can't know who you are without remembering your past experiences.
Basic is returning to Asia for his redemption. The BTK trio wants to prove M3 wasn't just a fluke, and Hoon looking to win back his fans.
I got basically kicked, but they still call me traitor for, I don't know, for pursuing my dream.
I thought living that comfort zone and then try new things was a better way for me to pursue the win.
We're coming and we're gonna compete. We're gonna put a fight, that's for sure. I'm coming for you, M4.
This is what we have all been waiting for.
You push us, we push you back. You respect us, we respect you back. You doubt us, we will bleed to prove you wrong.
Everything on the line right here, right now.
Definitely, they're not underestimating us as much as they did in M3. People probably see us and take us more seriously now, especially considering our accomplishment back then.
I want to be the first in the world. I want to win a world championship. And the only way to really do that is day in and day out. There's no relaxing. You have to keep going.
Here comes the Valley.
It's my time, I'm a ball. I'ma get this money right. I'm gonna live my best life. They been talking, tell me on me, but you know they'll never win. I'm controlling all my victories, and something has gotta give. Cause it's just what I made it now, I made it now. You can't ever break us down, break us down. All these bitches were stars, promise I'll be what they not, and I'll never ever stop. Won't never stop, yeah.
Don't just go, you're a man of saving good. Don't just go, you're the greatest option now. You and I, we can make it out of the cold. Hang tight, we gonna reach for the greatness. We will always rise, we will never fall. We fight it out, always around me are strong. Even though we know our backs against the wall. And again, you take your aim, you know that this is.
I've been down, been waiting so long. I'm here for the crown, I'm here to show off. Greatness time, just waiting to show y'all. This is your time to remember. So many times, I lie in the basement waiting for greatness. No, I won't listen to anyone hating on me and telling me I wouldn't make it. Cause I did everything that they said I couldn't. Caught my footing and I got the controls. I stand for something, I ain't running now. I'm the greatest now, I just wanna make it proud. Don't let me down, don't let it off. I'm on the road, accomplish all of my goals, and I ain't gonna let you down.
Don't just go, you're a man of saving good. Don't just go, you're the greatest option now. You and I, we can make it out of the
The sky is so vast, isn't it? My little flare.
Papa? Can you reach the sky and ignite the stars?
Of course, Honey Bunch.
Papa never returned home. He's among the stars now. But what about me?
Have faith, little flare.
Now this is a wonder to behold.
Time. Oh, it's time to make the most of the moment. I'm Hoon, I'm milling for the Valley, and I'm ready.
I graduated high school a few months ago. Yeah. We dare to be great.
Dude, that's perfect. One more second.
Hello, my name is Fly Chicken. I'm XP Lane from the Valley. Let's go.
Hey, it's basic. Again.
Alright, I like that.
We dare.
And action.
We dare to improve. Hey, it's basic. Coordinator for the Valley. Let's go.
Say hi. Hi.
3 wasn't good enough.
There you go. One more time.
3 wasn't good enough.
One more time. You got a better one again.
Hi, I'm Chuck. I'm Legend for the Valley. Let's go.
You see my chapped lips on the camera? Like here a little bit? Don't disrespect the US of A. One more. Hi, I'm Moba Zane, Jungle for the Valley, and we're ready.
I want to fight Yahweh from the Eagle team from Philippines.
Definitely RRQ. They've done so much for Mobile Legends, and you could tell just by the amount of fans that they have. They've also been so driven. I mean, they've been in Mobile Legends for years and years and years, and they've always been pretty good. They've always, even when they weren't doing as well, even in this MPL, they bounced back in the second half of the season. And I have a lot of respect for them. They've brought a lot for Mobile Legends. And in the Philippines, it probably blacklist because they're actually the first team that, even after winning a World Cup, they just stayed driven, stayed focused, and now they're on their way to having a chance of getting their second World Cup win.
You can travel the world to find yourself. But that journey must start at home.
Valley are going to end
Because you can't know who you are without remembering your past experiences.
Basic is returning to Asia for his redemption. The BTK trio wants to prove M3 wasn't just a fluke, and Hoon looking to win back his fans.
I got basically kicked, but they still call me traitor for, I don't know, for pursuing my dream.
I thought living that comfort zone and then try new things was a better way for me to pursue the win.
We're coming and we're gonna compete. We're gonna put a fight, that's for sure. I'm coming for you, M4.
This is what we have all been waiting for.
You push us, we push you back. You respect us, we respect you back. You doubt us, we will bleed to prove you wrong.
Everything on the line, right here, right now.
Definitely, they're not underestimating us as much as they did in M3. People probably see us and take us more seriously now, especially considering our accomplishment back then.
I want to be the first in the world. I want to win a world championship. And the only way to really do that is day in and day out. There's no relaxing. You have to keep going.
Here comes the valley.
It's my time, I'm a ball. I'ma get this money right. I'm gonna live my best life. They been talking, tell me on me. You know they'll never win. I'm controlling all my victories. And something that's gotta give. Cause this is just what I made it now. Made it now. You can't ever break us down. Break us down. I'll be speechless with the stars. Promise I'll be what they not. And I'll never ever stop. Won't never stop. Yeah.
Touch your sky, you're a man of saving God. Touch your sky, you're the greatest option now. You and I, we can make it out of the crowd. Hang tight, we gonna reach for the greatness. We will always rise, we will never fall. The fire in our eyes will be us strong. Even though we know our backs against the wall. And again, you take your aim, you know that this is.
I've been down, been waiting so long. I'm here for the crown, I'm here to show off. Greatness time, just waiting to show y'all. This is your time to remember.
So many times I lie in the basement waiting for greatness. No, I won't listen to anyone hating on me and telling me I wouldn't make it. Cause I did everything that they said I couldn't. Caught my footing and I kept the controls. I stand for something, I ain't running now. I'm the greatest now. I just wanna make it proud. Don't let me down, don't let it all. I'm on the road, accomplished all of my goals, and I ain't gonna let you down.
Touch your sky, you're a man of saving God. Touch your sky, you're the greatest option now. You and I, we can make it out of the crowd. Hang tight, we gonna reach for the greatness. We will always rise, we will never fall. The fire in our eyes will be us strong. Even though we know our backs against the wall. And again, pick your aim, you know that this is.
Coming for the game, cause we ready for the victory.
So turn it up, turn it up, turn it all the way up.
All you get your hands up, all you raise your hands up. Listen to what you feel and say. We gon' turn it up tonight. We gon' turn it up. We gon' turn it up.
The sky is so vast, isn't it? my little flare.
Papa? Can you reach the sky and ignite the stars?
Of course, Honey Bunch.
Papa never returned home. He's among the stars now. But what about me?
Have faith, little flare.
Now this is a wonder to behold.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome into the land of the dawn. We are the Mobile Legends Scrim Academy, and today is the day. The December tournament in the Philippines is here, and it is the grand finals. And there are two amazing teams who competed all the way up to the final spot. A little bit of a look at today. We are seeing On the Hunt versus Regnant Phoenix in a best of 5, and the question is which team will prevail. A little bit of a look back on yesterday with both of these teams dominating in their series and definitely earned this spot. Super excited to say how these teams compete today and who is going to progress on to take the title to win the tournament. On the Hunt or Regnant Phoenix. Definitely place your guys' votes and let us know who you think will claim the title as well. Alongside me, I have the On Point play-by-play, Coach Deku in the building to go ahead and lead the way on all of this action, and I'll also be assisting as the On Point analysis. How you doing today, Deku?
Man, I'm doing great. One more time, early in the morning for us on that grind to see some of this MLBB Philippines content that we've definitely been missing out on ahead of the grand finals in between two gigantic teams. I mean, On the Hunt and Phoenix had some crazy performances heading into today from those semifinals to qualify to get into the grand final. So I'm very excited to see them face off against each other. I know we're going to have an intense grand finals, man. It's going to be the best way to go ahead and wrap up the year as we're heading into 2023, getting to watch these two teams face off against each other.
And heading into the draft, looking at both sides already revved up and ready to go. And I'm excited to see how this goes as well. I know I'm expecting a lot from both these teams. Yesterday was insane. The semifinal, some of the best matches I've ever seen in Mobile Legends. And to be able to see these teams compete at that higher elo is phenomenal. We saw a lot of assassin used yesterday. We saw the Ling, the Hayabusa, the Fanny, and I'm wondering what we're going to expect today. We even seen a little bit of North America's meta with the Liam Ward being picked up in the jungle. So we know one thing, both of these teams definitely have a high hero pool and are able to get the job done. But looking at the draft so far, On the Hunt over there on the blue side has first pick, which means they can pick a possible flex hero to kind of start this draft. And maybe we're going to see the side of Phoenix be more of that reactive today. Looking at the bans currently, Hayabusa has been taken off of the board. No shadow kills will be in the land of Dawn today, also assisted by Kaja being taken out. That Divine Judgment too much to deal with, as the only thing that can get out of it is a Purify. And then to top it off for their final ban on the first phase, they're gonna go ahead and take out that Beatrix, that marksman that gives that early game pressure all the way to the late game with the versatility of every single weapon type. And I'm loving the way it's looking so far for the side of On the Hunt.
Absolutely. And I mean, the same story we saw yesterday coming into the day, some unique bans, man, that we're just not accustomed to seeing so often, with that Hayabusa ban, the glue up in the first phase, and then even the Bruno, right? Picks that normally just get to walk over in the North American scene on that side of things. So it's so interesting to see what they ban out and what they leave open what we normally see get picked up from our region doesn't get picked up over here right away. They have their own meta, and that's what makes it so entertaining to watch, man. It's something new and it's something fresh. But something not new is that Lapu Lapu, a threat in every region in the EXP lane, and definitely has been a powerhouse and a force to deal with when slotted into the Land of Dawn.
Yeah, and looking at that Lapu Lapu, like I said, one of those heroes who's been dominating with the recent season, has the frontline capability, has a little bit of shields at his disposal. He has those Justice Blades for a little bit of range as well. It pretty much can get the job done in terms of fighter overall. So a solid pickup over there from Super Amjil for the first pick, and you're seeing a direct response without wasting any time on the clock. JTZ is going to go ahead and pick up that 1-1, not only the 1-1, but the Inspire 1-1. Definitely going to be seeing some crossbows of Tang in the Land of the Dawn today, and if I know one thing, if I am the side of On the Hunt, you're going to have to be careful on how you engage these 5v5 clashes. 1-1 is that deciding factor. If you get those weakness points off, even when you're all by yourself, you can get a potential wipeout. And looking at these teams and the way they were playing yesterday, if anybody can do it, it's definitely going to be JTZ. So need to be careful inside of that gold lane. Maybe trying to shut him down a little early should be the game plan on the hunt. As you know, he is possibly going to be a little bit over aggressive. But speaking of aggression, wait a minute. Let's talk about the Selena, right? We've seen the Franco and the Selena, the Iron Hook and the Abyssal Arrows. Super hard to deal with for a lot of teams so far, all the way up into the semifinals. And Shiro, wasting no time, is going to go ahead and lock that in for the side of Phoenix.
Absolutely, and right on par with what you're saying about that Franco Selena. That's exactly what I'm expecting to see get picked up by Dabuki here, over here on the side of Phoenix. We've seen them unleash that combination, man. Those Iron Hooks and those Abyssal Arrows, the Bloody Hunts, I mean, the all-in plays, and they ran it with that 1-1 as well in their series up against Yam the Pogi as they did secure that victory. And we've seen Dabuki go off with some amazing Iron Hooks. I mean, he was a highlight reel all by himself in that match. Honestly, was one of the funnest games that I've had the chance to cast over, just seeing him make those plays, and I'd love to see it again. And up against a Ling definitely wouldn't be the worst pick, right? Locking in that Bloody Hunt, something that single target, some hard CC to maybe calm and hold him down. And there it goes, Dabuki gonna lock in that Franco, and boy, we're gonna be in for a show, Weezy.
Definitely in for a show, and I would have expected a respect ban on the side of On the Hunt, but it's kind of hard to, because when you look at that, taking out that Selena and taking out that Franco on the board this early in the draft opens up a lot more picks that Phoenix can respond with. So definitely a very smart drafting style. One thing that definitely helps with this combination as well, it was also slotted when they had a 1-1, and basically if Selena hits that Abyssal Arrow, then Franco can connect with that Iron Hook with that long stun that the arrow provides, and then within all of this, all you need JTZ to do is lock in these weakness points to get that crossbow of Tang. It's like a master plan from a mad scientist over there, and Dabuki kind of leading the way, does not miss. I don't even think Shiro misses. Both of them just constant bullseyes and snipers when it comes to the Iron Hooks and the Abyssal Arrows in the Land of Dawn today. But looking at Wolf, let's go ahead and talk about that, Deku. What was the nickname? What do we call Wolf when he was playing with Bruno?
Oh man, you know, all kinds of names, but the one that stuck the most is Wolf Ronaldo! Out there playing in the World Cup Series, man. I am so excited to see him playing up against JTZ, no less. This is going to be an insane gold lane matchup. Both of these marksmen knowing how to find those fights, very aggressive, and are eager to look for the trades once they hit those power spikes, man. But it's going to be a little rough for the side of Wolf Ronaldo this time. Facing up against a 1-1, already a tough matchup, no less. But then you put in that Franco and Selena. That is a lot of early pressure as far as those rotations. He's going to have to be extremely careful, man. And he's going to need the vision somewhere around that river. They need to create a little bit of pocket, a little bit of space for Wolf to be able to work and farm up in. Because if those Abyssal Airs start coming left and right, Iron Hooks every moment that he's trying to step out and farm those waves, it's going to get very difficult for him to make that possible without being picked off. And that's exactly what we don't want to see if you are the side of only the hunt. You can't get hunted by the Franco. Don't let Dabuki apply all that pressure over to the side of On the Hunt here.
And just looking at the draft so far, right? Wolf on this Melissa, that mid to late game mark's been not the worst idea, but even with that bubble, that go away, it's not going to stop these abyssal arrows from coming in, and it's definitely not going to stop that iron hook from snatching him out. So I'm really interested to see how this is going to work inside of the gold lane, right? One thing that we do need to see on the side of On the Hunt is who are they going to slot in for that roam position. Looking at the ban so far, Diggy has been taken off the board. Maybe Phoenix trying to bait in them to possibly pick up an Atlas with some fatal links, as I'm kind of wondering why that was banned out here. But there are still some options on the table. We know Atlas is definitely a viable pick. They don't really have too much to counter against it, but they do have JTZ, right? JTZ is running on this 1-1 with that crossbow Tang, and one thing 1-1's love is definitely an Atlas. So I don't know, a lot of versatility on the board still in terms of what roam they want to choose, and I'm really wondering who they go with for the side of On the Hunt. Now, looking at the side of Phoenix, we know who their mage is. Shiro kind of dominating over there with that Selena roam. Dabuki on that Franco, they kind of speak for themselves inside of the land of Dawn, but we need to see what fighter is going to be going up against Lapu, and there we go. Soren not wasting any time over there. Kaori is going to go ahead and lock in that Esmeralda, one of those heroes that loves shield, one of the things that Lapu provides. Also, Esmeralda, one of the heroes that can cut, create opportunity, split push, and play for the neutral objectives. Pretty much a jack of all trades. And right now, we are seeing a really good matchup inside of the XP lane.
Absolutely. And speaking of matchups, something I'd like to see, a pick that's kind of on the board right now as the side of Phoenix does still need that jungler, a Lance, right? We've seen Zeno pick that up yesterday, and it's actually not a bad matchup. Lance into the lean, it definitely comes down to the mastery, and it's definitely a micro-intensive matchup, but it's definitely something you can run into. And with the CC right now currently lacking from the side of Only the Hunt, especially if they lock in this Valir Estes combination, no, it'll be a Faramus Estes, but still, kind of lack that CC, and it's able to play into Melissa, right? That has that go away Lance, able to kind of use that Phantom Execution, that Thorn Rose to go ahead and kind of ignore and negate that self-pill, but looking like we might see a Paquito here, and that's also not a bad option. Fits into the pick-off composition that they're going for, does play well into the lane, especially with those knockout strikes. You have a good opportunity to catch him down. It will be interesting, though, to see how he'll deal with that Estes Faramus combination. He does have the burst to kind of deal, at least with the Cult Altar. It's going to be a little hard to find those kills with that Moonlight God Blessing, but either way, a Paquito, a Lance, definitely some solid options, and both would fit into this composition. I'm ready to see what Phoenix are going to lock in and put up against Only the Hunt here.
Now, I'm telling you what, I would rather see him lock in one of my favorites, the Martis, but I don't think he's going to pick it today. Martis is one of those heroes, even with that go-away bubble that Wolf has, it doesn't affect the motor coils, and that's one of the beautiful things about him, is he can just go straight through it. But speaking of straight through, both sides have finalized their draft, and Xeno is going to go ahead and lock in that Paquito. A little bit of uppercuts on the way inside of the land of Dawn, but you are going up against that double support meta, that Faramus over there with the Cult Altar, the Blessing of the Moon Goddess over there on this Estes, the go away to kind of keep those at bay who are frontline, and then also Kazuo taking up that Ling, that assassin that's been soaring in the land of the Dawn since the beginning of time. Tips of Blades with that retribution, super hard to deal with when it comes to these neutral objectives, and one thing Lee can do really well is split push and create opportunity, even when things don't lean in your favor, even when your backs are against the wall. You'll always see a Ling kind of splitting to the lanes and possibly taking towers with the separation on the map. So looking at the draft today as we are embarking into the land of Dawn, ladies and gentlemen, this is the finals. That's right, both of these teams have stepped up to the plate, and they made it all the way up to the number 1 and 2 spot, and they're going to compete to see who is the best. Let us know who you guys are repping for. Are you going for On the Hunt, or are you putting your votes into the hands of Regnant Phoenix, as they are both competing in the grand finals for the December Philippines tournament?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what the viewers are going to say, but personally for me, I have to side with Phoenix. I love the pick-off composition, and I think they can definitely execute it. These are 3 strong picks that we've seen them work with, that Franco, that Selena, and that Wan. I definitely have all the belief in the world that they can execute up against On the Hunt, who can really struggle from that pick-off composition. They're going to want a team fight, want to group up with that Cult Altar and Moonlight God Blessing, but if Phoenix can catch the members off either on these rotations or in some bad positioning or some face checks, because they don't have that front line, right? Someone's going to have to check, and whoever goes for it, if Phoenix is currently set up in those bushes or those ambushes, it can definitely go into the favor of Phoenix with that composition like stated. So I'm definitely gonna have to side with Regnant Phoenix today for this match.
And just looking at the gold lane, right? This Melissa versus this Wan, I'm really wondering how this trade will go. Wan having that Inspire can kind of rush in for a fight. But speaking of rushing in, look at the engagement already inside of the jungle from both teams.
Absolutely. We're seeing Kazuo get dropped down low. Abyssal Arrow narrowly missed, but pull up here. We might see the re-engage of Shadow Stampede. Gonna pull Selena and Franco back over that river bushes. Lapu's gonna pull up the first blood. Tempest of Blade coming in. Ling looking to pick up that kill. He will take down Sabuki. That is 2 kills going into the favor of On the Hunt.
2 kills in under 2 minutes and a really good start. Now the question is, how will the side of Phoenix respond, being a little too overly aggressive? Speaking of aggression, you do see the Abyssal Arrow connecting as well on Amgel, but not able to do too much damage. And right now, like you said, a really good composition from Phoenix. I think they have the capability to come back. If they can just knock in some of these Abyssal Arrows and these Iron Hooks, I mean, literally, like you said, a highlight reel himself over there on Dabuki, and that's what we're kind of expecting today. But looking at the composition for the side of On the Hunt, they have a lot of sustainability. But speaking of Dabuki,
we've seen the connection, man. The Abyssal Arrow right into the Iron Hook. And this is exactly what we were talking about. Taking out that Estes, securing that number advantage ahead of this turtle. And that's what Phoenix needs to do all game. But speaking of things going ahead, Brave Fighter Stance coming in from Super Emil Hill. Going to land the stun. But can he keep the Retribution off? It's going to be a contest. Kazoo going to take that off, popping the Tempest of Blade arrow. Abyssal Arrow going to miss. But he's going to go ahead and take down this Makito here. They're pulling him back with the Shadow Stampede. Kaori all alone with the Esmeralda. But it looks like they're going to go ahead and let him go and disengage. They got what they were coming for. A kill and a turtle there for the side of On the Hunt.
And On the Hunt already up by 2 kills right now, and they are slowly increasing that gold lead by about almost 1,000. But speaking of gold, engagement on the top side, Esmeralda does fall into the hands of Lapu, but looking at the bottom, a little bit of a trade may be on the way. But right now, 4-1 already, and looking very strong for the first game into the favor of On the Hunt.
Absolutely very strong. Phoenix is going to have to find a way to get these pickoffs. We're going to pick off Flicker, Bloody Hunt combination, but the Moonlight and God Blessing plus the go away is trying to do a good job of keeping it away, but you can't stop the crossbow Tang once they're in the air. JTZ finally picking up a kill on Wolf Ronaldo here, but here comes the re-engage from Lux potentially. Shadow Stampede in, looking to pull Shiwo here. Is going to hit secure that lane. Kazoo has entered into the fight. You can best believe a Tempest of Blade is going down. Is going to go ahead and take out the members underneath the tower. Cult Ultra being popped into effect. Kazoo trying to go ahead and disengage Zeno just a little too late over into this fight to potentially clean up. That's a clean trade from the side On the Hunt on the turret dive.
Definitely a clean trade, but you gotta pay attention to Dabuki, right? Anytime he hits these Iron Hooks, it's gonna be guaranteed weakness points for Wan over there. So needing to watch for JTZ coming online as we do get later in the game. But Iron Hook connecting into the tower.
Just like we stated, man, those Iron Hooks, once they land, it's a pick-off confirmed as Dabuki, the man on a mission here, picking up a kill for Phoenix.
I feel like they need to change it from Iron Hook and name the skill Dabuki. There goes Dabuki! As this man doesn't miss. Honestly, like, he's getting so many good plays already in the game. All 3 kills have been in his hands.
Absolutely, and speaking of plays here, we're seeing a collapse on the XP, but here comes the Tempest of Blade. Gonna go ahead and take out Kaori here on the Esmeralda, getting caught out over in that river bush, but that's ahead of that turtle. It's gonna be a number advantage for the side of On the Hunt. And right now, we are already seeing a little bit of zoning coming out from the members of On the Hunt. Super Evangel has already popped that Brave Fighter stance to keep Paquito from contesting, but there's still a lot of HP left on this turtle. He does choose to contest, but it looks like they're not going to. They're gonna go ahead and back away and go ahead and give this up for On the Hunt. And On the Hunt right now claiming a lot of real estate.
A lot of real estate, a lot of objectives. 6-3 right now, leading in gold by 2,000. Looking at the items. Oh, wait, looking at the Iron Hook!
There goes the Bloody Hunt and unlocking the crossbow Tang, but it's not needed. JTZ gonna go ahead and take down Wolf, who's now 0-2 in the gold lane, and that's all facilitated by Dabuki. Like we said, he's gonna be a critical component of this pickoff composition on this Franco.
Literally 4 assists on Dabuki and 4 kills on the board for the side of Phoenix. Definitely a powerhouse right now, and you have to watch out as the Iron Hooks are hot in the land of Dawn. Speaking of hot, looking at these items. Wait a minute, Abyssal Arrow connecting. Selena rushing in for a kill.
Is finding those arrows, and I mean that right there is enough. The threat, the presence, the ability to potentially take a kill, and another arrow here coming in from Shiwo, and Yumi needs to be careful here as he's falling into the kill range. Speaking of kill range, Majel over here in the XP 1v1 fight on Kaori, a little bit of trade in between them, but in the bot side we're seeing a lot of pressure here. Yumi doing a good job of now zoning off, his healed up, and that's the good thing about having that sustain. He's able to heal up from some of that poke from Shiwo, but he needs to be careful. If he gets caught by the all-in, he could go ahead and get taken out. Here's Dabuki though, and we know what this man likes to do when he makes the rotations. Iron Hook menacing. The intimidation factor is there as On the Hunt's gonna go ahead and back up in the gold lane.
Yeah, definitely an intimidating factor indeed. Dabuki waiting at the right place at the right time, always for the side of Phoenix, and is a key factor to them winning this game. But speaking of this game and key factors, looking at these items, you are seeing Wanwan getting online already, having the first item, corrosion sight in her hands. Looking at Wolf Ronaldo over there, kind of picking up a little bit slower, but does have the Wind Talker now, and continuing to try and apply pressure on the bottom side as both roams are down. They're protecting the gold lane, and this is what we love to see. We know that Wanwan on JTZ can be a powerhouse if you set him up properly with these iron hooks and these bloody hunts, and that is the plan for Dabuki going forward. But a little bit of a look on Estes, the blessing of the moon goddess, to kind of keep Wolf in these fights, as they are going to go for this neutral objective, and it has been pulled by the side of On the Hunt. But wait a minute, Dabuki not able to connect, and it does go into the hands of Ling with the retribution.
Absolutely, but it looks like they want more. They're looking to go ahead and force out a flicker on this Frank on Dabuki, and here comes Lapu Lapu, knowing that the mobility is but the bloody Hunt gonna go ahead and catch him in the tower. Drops dangerously low. Cold coming in from only the Hunt. He's gonna flicker for Dabuki, and this might have been too much greed. No, he does find the kill, but it's gonna get traded out immediately though by the Paquito. But all in that happening, the Ling able to secure that mid tower. That's a losing hand for the side of Phoenix there.
Yeah, and a really strong hand for the side of On the Hunt. Dabuki, he hooked the Nexus. I think he had a little bit of a misclick, as he would have got a potential set, but instead it was a trade indeed, a 1-for-1 trade on that engagement. Speaking of engagement,
we are seeing the gold lane right now. Shadow Stampede on Shiwu, dropping Selena very low, gonna narrowly escape, but now Wolf in the company, knowing that there's a little bit of an opening, but hang on here, Dabuki in the bush. Lux needs to be careful here. Shadow Stampede gonna pull him, but the crossbow tank has been unlocked. Moonlight of God's blessing is gonna go ahead and help sustain, but no, Shiwu gonna go ahead and find this for Ramus. That's a trade into the favor of Phoenix, but other side of the map, Ling able to pick up a kill on the enemy jungler there, so a 1-for-1 trade across the board, and we're still having a lot of pressure in this gold lane. JTZ and Dabuki hold it down in the gold lane. Looks like Yumi and Wolf wants to apply the pressure here. They're not looking to back away. They know the crossbow tank has already been unlocked. Muddles in play, doing multiple damage here to both members of Phoenix. They're going to force them to go ahead and back it. That gold lane tower is getting low. One more push could potentially make that tower fall into the hands of only the Hunt here.
You already see Kazuo go ahead and take the buff as well, having a really good time in the jungle. Already 4-0-2 on the KDA, leading the way for On the Hunt. But in the gold lane, like you said, a lot of pressure with Yumi protecting Wolf, and that is going to be the tier 3 tower in the gold lane going into the hands of On the Hunt. Another tower down for the side of Phoenix, and we need to see some answers. Dabuki, yes, he's hitting these iron hooks, but they're not translating into these objectives on the map. They're only translating into kills, and right now, like we said, a lot of real estate working into the side of On the Hunt, as they're increasing that gold lead by 3,000 now, which means they're going to be on board when it comes to items. Speaking of items, speaking of objectives, so Esmeralda makes a slight cut over to the bottom side now in the gold lane, and you see Lapu as well, and Lord has spawned in, and the question is, who will it go to? The first Lord in the game, and already being pulled over there by Yumi. Will this be another objective into the hands of On the Hunt right now? Are we going to see a contest? But speaking of turrets, another one falling to the top. Tier 3 tower is going to fall as well, and now they're down to the tier 2 turrets for the side of Phoenix, and not really a good start indeed, as we are slowly going into that 10-minute mark.
Absolutely, and I mean, I couldn't agree with you more about this real estate. Phoenix gonna have to find a way to get these towers, but hang on here, On the Hunt committing to this Lord. They are dropping the damage too low. They're not looking for the reset. Dabuki, but the iron hook ever so present is gonna throw it out. Not gonna connect with anything. Kazu's gonna go ahead and pick that up, in a wild engage from Kaori here, going in with the falling star moon. Nothing to be made there, as both EXP laners went for the diver and gonna go ahead and go for the disengage. But those towers, man, back to the story at hand. Currently, right, a 3-0 tower lead on the favor On the Hunt, and that's not what you want with Phoenix, right? They were able to pick up some kills, but when you have this pick-off composition, you need that vision denial, and that only comes with taking those towers and creating some dark areas on the map for On the Hunt. The more towers you have and the less area On the Hunt has to play with, the more area Phoenix does have to set up these ambushes and these pick-offs that they are ever so needing with this type of composition. But with less vision denial, everything is pretty much open for the side of On the Hunt. Speaking of On the Hunt, though, we did see an arrow connect with Wolf there. Not going to be able to commit just yet, but the threat is there. The abyssal arrows aren't connecting, but it's like they're going to give up that tier 2 tower, and that's more real estate. It looks like they opted in to just go ahead and clear out that Lord ahead of things, but that will come at a cost. The tier 2 is down. Inhibitors open in that top side and even in the bottom lane. Only a tier 2 left open in the mid lane, so almost down to the inhibitors for the side of Phoenix.
Yeah, we're just seeing really good macro right now for the side of On the Hunt. But speaking of macro, a little bit of micro on the way.
It does look like potential dive could happen here at any moment. Iron Hook gonna go out and gonna miss. Same with the Abyssal Arrows. Both teams, man, you can feel the intensity. You can feel the pressure. Any bad move can lead to a death here for either side.
But there's a lot of insurance in the hands of On the Hunt right now, as they have not lost a single tower. You're already seeing them down to their inhibitor for the side of Phoenix on the bottom lane and also the top lane. A lot of big items coming in, as you are seeing Kazuo 4-0-2 picking up that Blade of Despair. Looking at the build right now with a total of 7,000 gold and ahead for On the Hunt. That is a lot of items leading in their favor. Demon Hunter Sword already picked up. Berserker's Fury, Windtalker, and Swift Boots by Melissa, as you are seeing them slowly contest these buffs as well to increase their gold lead and increase their presence on the map. You're starting to see Phoenix more on the back end, being more of that reactive team, and this is pretty much so far been On the Hunt game. Looking at that Clock of Destiny over there on that Faramis, also put in those magic shoes for additional CDR, and then stacking up with that Lightning Truncheon. And then that double support meta. They do have Estus on their side. The Blessing of the Moon Goddess in full effect. The Enchanted Talisman as well for the CDR, for the mana. And then also going for Immortality nice and early. And it looks like their plan, right, is to outlive, out-heal the damage that JTZ can provide on this Wanwan the later this game goes. Is the Blessing of the Moon Goddess heals only get stronger through time. But speaking of time, looking like a little bit of a potential gank on the bottom side, but Dabuki finally missing one of those iron hooks. But man, oh man, On the Hunt is definitely on the prowl. You are seeing Soren and Soren Korori and also Mel on this Lapu Lapu kind of contesting on the bottom side, as we go ahead and proxying these lanes as well to kind of create that opportunity to split push and go for this neutral objective. But On the Hunt again on the prowl, wasting no time. It's gonna go ahead and zone out this Lord, and it's gonna be another objective into their hands.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, I could see what Phoenix wanted to go for, right? The members of On the Hunt have been grouped up so much. It's been extremely hard to find those pickoffs. And at that point, the best thing to do is go ahead and target in on that split push, which would be the Lapu Lapu, but would have failed to engage, not going to be able to secure that pickoff, which would have gave them an opportunity, right, to not only go contest onto that Lord, but also apply pressure in the lanes. But speaking of pressure here, we do see the Brave Fighter stance coming in from Lapu Lapu with this engage. It's not going to lead to much here, but you can see it. On the Hunt wanting to apply this pressure, but with that Brave Fighter stance out the way, they don't have to worry about that coming in for a tower dive right at the moment, but that ultimate is pretty low as far as the CDR goes. To hang on here, Kaori might be caught in an uncomfortable spot. He needs to be careful here as Ling has entered into the fight. Tims a blade on the Esmeralda here. He is going to take that kill. No, Lux is going to find the kill there, but Immortality popped by Ling here is going to potentially get taken out. No, he's going to make it out at granted by the Moonlight Blessing and Cold Altar pairing, and now Melissa taking down the tower. There's a Lord in play for the side of On the Hunt, and they can go ahead and try to end this game. They're going to go ahead and take down the inhibitor turret also, by the way, Melissa. But hang on here, Dabuki getting caught by the Shadow Stampede. He's going to get taken down, but here's Melissa focusing in on the Nexus, ignoring the crowd, and there it goes. On the Hunt will secure the first victory in the grand finals of 1-0.
Man, oh man, what a game. Definitely going in with a plan on the side of On the Hunt, even with those comfort picks, those pocket picks for the side of Phoenix. Tabuki locking in that Franco, Shiro locking in that Selena, JTZ locking in that Wanwan. It is not enough to beat the double support meta of Lux on the Faramis with the Co-Altar, the Blessing of the Moon Goddess over there by Yumi, Kazuo on that pocket pick of the Ling, and then that strong fighter frontline presence of Amjel, and then not to mention Wolf Ronaldo in his finest, not having an easier time picking up kills, but that wasn't even really necessary. It's just a battle of sustainability, and we didn't see a strong answer for the side of Phoenix to deal with that double support meta. A little bit of a look into the data today for match 1. That was a 14-minute game. One of the earliest games, actually the earliest game I want to say that we've seen, minus that 4v5 that happened in the semifinals, and definitely impressive for On the Hunt. That's going to give them one game in for this best of 5, and now they have that momentum, they have that drive, and the question is, how is the side of Phoenix going to respond? Looking at the team participation from Lux, having 90% just at the right place at the right time. We've seen that Co-Altar just in time as Ling dived, had the Immortality proc, and then rushed out with that mobility and then hit up with that Co-Altar, and then the Blessing of the Moon Goddess to bring him all the way back up to full HP. And that was pretty much the story of the entire game. 10-7, a low kill game indeed, but definitely a mastery of macro and micro for the side of On the Hunt. But like we said, ladies and gentlemen, this is a best of 5, and these teams are competing for the grand finals. We have On the Hunt versus Regnant Phoenix, and we got to see which way this is going to go for game 2. Are we going to see the side of Phoenix have a little bit of a response? Team that we've seen kind of dominate with that Franco, with that Selena. That was their secret weapons. So I'm really interested to see going forward what other secrets they have to kind of pull out to deal with this double support meta. Definitely don't go anywhere as these teams are revving up. They are getting prepared to go right back into the land of Dawn for Game 2.
You can travel the world to find yourself. But that journey must start at home. Because you can't know who you are without remembering your past experiences.
Basic is returning to Asia for his redemption. The BTK trio wants to prove M3 wasn't just a fluke, and Hoon looking to win back his fans.
I got basically kicked, but they still call me traitor for, I don't know, for pursuing my dream.
I thought living that comfort zone and then try new things was a better way for me to pursue the win.
We're coming and we're gonna compete. We're gonna put a fight, that's for sure. I'm coming for you, M4.
This is what we have all been waiting for.
You push us, we push you back. You respect us, we respect you back. You doubt us, we will bleed to prove you wrong.
Everything on the line right here, right now.
Definitely, they're not underestimating us as much as they did in M3. People probably see us and take us more seriously now, especially considering our accomplishment back then.
I want to be the first in the world. I want to win a world championship. And the only way to really do that is day in and day out. There's no relaxing. You have to keep going.
Here comes the Valley.
It's my time, I'm a ball. I'ma get this money right. I'm gonna live my best life. They been talking, tell me on me, but you know they'll never win. I'm controlling all my victories, and something has gotta give. Cause this is just what I made it now, made it now. You can't ever break us down, break us down. I'm reaching for the stars, promise I'll be what they not, and I'll never ever stop. Won't never stop, yeah.
Touch your sky, you're a man of saving good. Touch your sky, you're the greatest option now. You and I can make it out of the crowd. Hang tight, we gonna reach for the greatness. We will always rise, we will never fall. We fight it out, always wanna be strong. Even though we know our backs against the wall. And the game's taking aim, you know that this is.
I've been down, been waiting so long. I'm here for the crown, I'm here to show off. Greatness time, just waiting to show y'all.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Land of the Dawn. We are the Mobile Legends Scrim Academy. We are on the grand finals for the December Philippines tournament. And man, oh man, these teams have been competing. And match one was a very fast one into the hands of On the Hunt, taking down Phoenix. But like we said, this is a best of 5, and these teams are competing to be the best for the Philippines server. Definitely let us know who you guys take inside of game 2. Are we going to see Phoenix have a response for the loss that he just took against On the Hunt? Even with Phoenix having their comfort picks, that Selena, that on Shiro, that Franco over there on Dabuki, not enough. JTZ with the Wanwan still couldn't handle the pressure of the double support meta. Looking at On the Hunt, already 1 game down, and this is a best of 5. A lot of insurance on their side in case they do take a loss here. But if they take another win, that's even more pressure that the side of Phoenix has to work with. So really interested to see how this game is going to play out going forward. Speaking of going forward, today's match, like we said, On the Hunt versus Regnant Phoenix. I will be joined with the on-point analysis by Coach Deku, and I'll be going ahead and doing the play-by-play. So like we said, definitely buckle up, put your seatbelts on. We're going to be taking flight soon. There's going to be a lot of turbulence in the Land of Dawn. How you doing today, Coach Deku?
I'm doing great, man. I hope I'm doing as good as these players are, and I hope they're enjoying playing half as much as we have been enjoying casting the MLBB Philippines 5v5 tournament of December. Everybody, this is patch 1.7.44 that we are playing on today in the grand finals. With that being said, a lot of options and a lot of picks have been utilized in this tournament so far, but some consistent faces right now we are seeing in the draft. JTZ locking in that 1-1 yet again. They're gonna double down on that gold lane. He actually did have a solid performance and actually had a better game, you could say, even up against the gold laner of Wolf Ronaldo over there. But speaking of Wolf Ronaldo, my goodness, he picks it up. The Bruno, the man that went crazy yesterday in semifinals to lead his team to the grand finals with this mecha leg, this Bruno one kick, man. And oh man, Weezy, I can't wait to see this again. We've seen him do it once. Can we see him do it again, leading his team to a second victory?
And Kazuha over there locking in that Ling, another pocket pick to work in their favor. It looks like Wolf's not playing any games as he is going for the throne. And like we said, those flaming soccer balls just able to get the job done. Definitely having to kind of keep a close eye in the gold lane. Maybe a plan for the side of Phoenix is to apply a little bit more pressure and shut down that marksman. Kazuha over there on that Ling, like we said, that split pushing capability and also the mobility that works in his favor when things get a little tricky. The Tempest of Blades to be able to get these neutral objectives and also go in for a dive or potentially escape from a tricky situation. Renegade now is going to lock in with the Fredrin, that frontline sustainability and also the energy eruption to taunt heroes out of using their skills, and then the Appraiser's Wrath when all else fails to do some additional damage. And stacked up against Kaori, locking in that Lapu, the bravest fighter, rushing in, has pretty much everything in his kit. The range damage with the Justice Blades. He also has a pretty good shield when you do proc that passive with the Justice Blades as well. So I'm liking the way the draft is looking so far, but something different now for the side of Phoenix is they don't opt in to their usual comfort pocket picks. You're not going to be seeing that Selena locked in, but Shiro this time is going to lock in this Lunox, that burst mage, having a little bit of that brilliance to activate when you are trying to get out of those tricky situations, and also the Order of Chaos to make it rain with that magic burst damage is definitely pivotal to taking out these frontline fighters. But one thing I am looking at for the side of Phoenix is who are they going to lock in for their roam? They still are lacking CC for their department.
Absolutely. And speaking of Rome, speaking of options here, you can see now that it looks like Phoenix has changed their game plan as far as the draft. Last game, didn't key in on Yuumi here like they did, or the teams did previously yesterday in the semifinals. We've seen Yuumi get the entire list of supports banned out. It looks like Phoenix is going to follow suit now after having to deal with that Estes, the Moonlight of God Blessing. We did see in the first game, right, they took some pretty standard bans for this region, right? They didn't go target in for those supports. As a matter of fact, I don't think there was any supports banned out from the side of Phoenix. I think maybe the Diggy was all, but now they have cleared out the support pool, and they're going to make Yuumi have to dig a little deeper into that pool. But the Raphaelia, no, the Raphaelia is actually banned. Wow, a lot of supports off the board for Yuumi here, as the Dabuki's going to go ahead and lock in this Atlas. They're going to go for the set potential here. Dabuki did have a little bit of a hard time, right? We noticed yesterday, even with the Grok cat costing his team a match or two with some of those plays there, those wild charges, those wild charges with the flicker plays, and was having a little bit of time struggling, and Franco was kind of his saving grace in that series. But now the Franco already catching a loss is going to have to dig back over into that set pool, and I'm hoping Dabuki can turn it around and have a better performance paired up with that Helker with Zeno. The night falls, it will be a little easier because they can deny the vision from the side of only on the hunt and be able to maybe close that distance and get those sets in. But now Yuumi, now we're gonna have to see what will he take for that roam position. Like we said, a lot of support is taken out. It's looking like Yuumi doesn't really dig into those tanks, those set tanks. So gonna have to find a support or maybe a mage. We're seeing Nana being hovered over right now, but no, Mathilda is free, and that would be a great pairing actually to go with this Eve, adding into that mobility. And yes, they can, and yes, they will, as Yuumi will lock in the airlines to finish off their composition.
And I'm definitely a fan of that pick, right? When Eve is going to go ahead and use that Circling Eagle, you can take a member with you, and then also when you do dash out, you can take a member as well. And maybe the plan to save Lux when they do dive in on him. Speaking of diving potential, though, Zeno locking in that Helker. That's going to be an interesting pickup, as he is going to possibly go in for that backline and probably try and focus this Eve when you do see that manipulation go down. So loving the way the draft is going so far. I think it's very key on Dabuki landing these fatal links, and if he can pull that off, we might be able to see them take a game and even out the playing field. But if not, we are seeing Bruno on Wolf, that Wolf Ronaldo in the finest, and we've seen how deadly he can be with that pickup. So a lot of key factors to kind of win the game for both sides as we are embarking into the land of Dawn. Lapu Lapu gonna be paired up against that Fredrin. It's gonna be a very beefy frontline fight for the XP lane, and I can't wait to see which way it goes.
Absolutely, but no matter which way it goes, I know it's going to be a great and exciting match yet again in between Phoenix and On the Hunt. Again, folks, this is the grand finals, a best of 5. On the Hunt currently up 1-0. They do have the early advantage in the series. Phoenix on the back end need to try to tie up the series. You do not want to go down 0-2 and face an elimination game. So I'm expecting to see some fight and see some heart coming out from Phoenix. But speaking of fights here,
you do see a possible engagement on the way in the mid lane as Lux taking some serious damage already. These teams out for blood, and we know one thing, they love to take these clashes when there are mistakes on the board. But keep an eye out on Zeno. He does have this Helker. The Dark Knight Falls may be in effect to kind of give blind the enemy team and get a potential pick off on these backlines. But looking at the top lane, we are seeing JTZ run this 1-1, a comfort pick, a pocket pick up against a comfort and pocket pick of Wolf. So I'm really interested to see these two kind of clash it out for the gold lane, and definitely needing to put some more presence there for both sides of the board if they want to win this lane out. Both of these marksmen are very aggressive and are required to get a little up close and personal for engagement. And if I am the mage, if I'm the roam, or if I'm the assassin jungle, I'm definitely going to be focusing on diving when they make these over aggression plays. But looking on the bottom side, you are seeing Soren down there. You're seeing Zeno and Renegade by himself, not knowing Zeno is in the bush. No, actually a little bit of vision right there, able to get step out last second, and that is going to allow him to not fall for that trap. But look at the proxy of lanes already from the side of On the Hunt. They know they're up 1 win, and then it looks like they are trying to take this early game again for a possible early finish.
Absolutely, and what you're seeing in the top side is that poke, right? They know they have Mathilda for that early assistance, but speaking of early here, we're seeing a potential engage in the river.
Yeah, you did see a potential engage, but yeah, deciding to disengage off of that fight.
They do go ahead and disengage, but now it looks like Renegade wants to go back in with Lux backing him potentially.
A little bit of a dance. They don't have a lot of skills or cooldown yet in their disposal, but speaking of skills, Dark Knight Falls going down. You are seeing Soren, Zeno get this turtle, go ahead and blind the whole team On the Hunt, and that is the first neutral objective into the hands of Phoenix. A solid start, but the question is, can they correlate this into some towers as well? We see in game 1 they were getting a lot of kills but not a lot of objectives, but taking the turtle is definitely a solid start. But I want to see them take some towers in the early game. But speaking of taking, Renegade using that appraiser's route on to Kaori, not able to do too much damage. And again, they're battling these minor fights and just doing some chip damage over in the XP lane. And I'm expecting that to kind of be the similar thing throughout today's matches until somebody from their jungle or the mid lane ganks to that opposing lane.
Absolutely, and speaking of opposing lanes here, we're seeing Yuumi with an aggressive playstyle coming through that tower there in the gold lane, definitely applying massive pressure up to the side of Phoenix here, and that's kind of what you get when you have a Mathilda pick, one of those supports. You get a little more online faster than someone like an Atlas, right? You're going for the sets on Atlas, but Mathilda can go for continuous poke until they can whittle you down and whittle that HP away. And they're gonna have to find a way to deal with that. But on the same token, Zeno, he did just use that Nightfall, but what a pairing with Atlas, right? When they don't have any frontline always readily available, since Fredrin is in that XP, it creates an opportunity for Atlas. Speaking of opportunity,
a possible pick off in the gold lane as Wolf is by himself against 3 members of Phoenix, but Yuumi joining the fight over there with Mathilda is going to go ahead and give some vision, and they are going to decide to disengage. But first blood over on the bottom side is Ling able to get a pick off on to Kaori out of position, and that is a good start for the side of On the Hunt. They needed a response for that turtle. You are seeing both sides kind of play this game very slow. They're waiting for these minor mistakes as they know you can start that snowball. All they need is a little bit of snow to get it rolling, and right now 4 minutes in, only 1 kill on the board. I love the macro and I love the micro from both teams.
Absolutely, and I'm not gonna lie, it's gonna be a tough fight for Phoenix. They let On the Hunt get ahead here because they do have that Ling, right? Those cross map plays potential. But speaking of potential,
Yuumi getting a kill on a Soren, a Rome taking out a Rome. Mathilda gets that kill on to Atlas. Manipulation going down, but Kazuo getting the retribution is gonna go ahead and take the turtle. Renegade getting a kill on Zeno in the process, though. 3 members down, a double kill, and Renegade taking out Lapu, and man, oh man, 4-0 on the board. And not only 4-0, the turtle did go in their hands as well, and just a very solid game. They are now up 3,000 gold for the side of On the Hunt.
And I have to give a big shout out over there to Renegade on that Fredrin. The walking petrifies, I like to call the Fredrin, one of my favorite picks in the XP. Able to lock down that Atlas long enough for him to get bursted before he could ever even commit or make a play for the Fatal Links. Just going to get stopped right there by the roadblock that is Fredrin. But speaking of getting stopped up on the top side,
you are seeing JTZ get a kill onto Wolf Ronaldo and having a very solid start. It's going to go ahead and delay Wolf from popping off. You've seen how deadly he was with those flaming soccer balls, but like we said, if you apply some pressure in the early game, you stop that late game damage from coming into effect. But speaking of effect, you are seeing a little bit of engagement over there on the Lethal Wanderer. Both of these teams clashing it out, but pay attention to JTZ. He is not going to push into the tower. He did have a little bit of time to possibly strip some of the damage off it, but playing a little safe, and that is the game of today's. Play safe and wait for the mistakes. I want to say, yesterday we seen what a 7 and 8 minute engagement on a Luminous Lord. That is the safest kind of playstyle I've ever seen in Mobile Legends, and just to let you know that these teams know how to play textbook objectives, and this is exactly what we're seeing today. Not playing too aggressive, don't want to feed for your team, and you want to just take every advantage you can. But wait a minute, you do see Bruins activated as a circling eagle by Yuumi rushing in. Fatal Links unable to connect. Kazuo making the most of it is going to go ahead and get a kill onto Shiro, but a 1-for-1 trade is down goes Wolf as well. But Darkness Falls going in, Deadly Stinger connecting onto Kazuo, and down he goes. Ling has fallen, the jungler for the side of On the Hunt, and man, oh man, these teams are out for blood, and they were able to still hold on to that mid tower for the side of Phoenix. But you are seeing Yuumi and Lux kind of push it in now, and there's no contest, and it looks like these minions may possibly take it out. But here comes Atlas. There's a little bit of peel to not allow Lux and Yuumi to take it down, but it does go down as they don't have anybody to clear it out besides Atlas.
And that's a lot of pressure on the map that just opened up for On the Hunt. They were already creating pressure with all this mobility in this zoning, but now when you lose that mid tower, a lot of real estate goes up into the hands of On the Hunt. Basically, everything in that mid river and potentially over into the side of your jungle is open, and you can see Phoenix knowing they have no ability to contest this. On the Hunt will pick that up safely. But speaking of pick up, 7 minutes into the game now, let's take a moment to look at these items and see what's going right and going wrong for these members. We see Ling, Windtalker, and Berserker Fury already with a lot of that crit Wolf Ronaldo also has the Berserker's Fury, hasn't got a chance to really do too much with it. He's 0-2, but we know he can definitely get online once he picks up something like that Scarlet Phantom Eve. Being a menace, but hasn't even picked up the Ice Queen wand just yet. Slowly working on it. Does have that Enchanted Talisman, but once that Ice Queen wand gets picked up, a lot of more utility opens up for the board of On the Hunt. They've already been doing so well without it, and it'll only get stronger as it goes on. But speaking of things going on down here in the bot side, a little bit of engage. We're not going to commit to the fight, but to go ahead and wrap up some of these items here, we do see Wand has picked up 2 items, working on that Windtalker, or maybe the Scarlet Phantom there, has the Corrosion and the DHS. But speaking of things going on over here in the bot side, potentially an engage.
You do see a possible engage. 4 members on the hunt, trying to go on the prowl, trying to take out Dabuki, and down he goes. Fatal Link's connecting, but not in time, and down he goes as well. That was like an afterlife Fatal Links right there. Dabuki, just even when he's down off of the map, still able to get some sets. Very impressive. But like we said, these towers are falling left and right, and Phoenix is actually pushing them in. The top one was pushed in while they took the mid lane for the side of On the Hunt, but there goes the Darkness Falls. Kyrie getting a kill on to Wolf. That is a marksman out for the side of On the Hunt, and you are seeing Zeno take the tier 2 turret on the top side as well. A very good trade to keep Phoenix on the board.
Absolutely. I mean, we're seeing Lapu get caught out here. He knows his time has come, as he's going to go ahead and get taken out by Renegade on that killing spree. But speaking of things being taken out and picked up here, Lightning Trench locked in by this Lennox, also having a little bit of a hard time, but finding some items here. Hunter Sword being picked up by Hellcurt as well. And we did just see Scarlet Phantom get picked up by Bruno. One of those items. He's on his way to that 3-item power spike. Needs a little more time. They've been making it difficult for him though. 0-3, you can tell. Yesterday when we saw him play, had already passed that 3-item power spike mark and was in online and in effect in those team fights, like we said, leading his team to a victory with that Bruno, but having a little hard time up against Phoenix right now. But speaking of things going on here, we are seeing a dance in the river for this first Lord in the game. On the Hunt, playing around on the backside, pulling that aggro, making Phoenix kind of respond. A little weird staggered position that we're seeing from Phoenix, right? Dabuki holding around that mid-river and Zeno kind of alone in between that tower and Lord Pit. Now Dabuki making a move potentially, but the mobility from Yumi, gonna go ahead and disengage and break that away. And Dabuki's gonna have to try to find the set quick, man. If he doesn't find something, we know what can happen. The Petrify from Renegade, basically with all that CC, can lock him Dabuki down long enough for the kill. Speaking of lockdowns here,
you do see the weakness points connecting over there by 1-1. A possible crossbow tank on the way, and there it goes. That's all she wrote. They TT taking out Renegade. That is killing spree activated. Zeno getting a kill onto Yumi. Manipulation going down by Lux, trying to get some zoners. We'll take it out. Atlas, the roam for the side of Phoenix. Lord has been reset inside of this engagement, and that is a 1-for-2 trade in the favor of Phoenix as well. And this may be their chance to take this objective. And yes, they're wasting no time as Kaori rushing in, pulling the aggro of the Lord. They are seeing 2 members down for On the Hunt right now, and definitely a wise time to engage. But look at Kazuo on this Ling, definitely having that tips of blade to rush in with the Retribution. You do see an engagement with the Flaming Sockball. Not enough for that Chaos Assault over in the hands of Shiva, and down goes Wolf Ronaldo. But wait a minute, a direct response rushing in. Manipulation going down with the Circling Eagle. Lux getting a kill onto Shiva. Down goes Lunox for the side of Phoenix. And man, oh man, Lord reset again. This is what we're saying, these long engagements over these neutral objectives from both sides, kind of battling over custody for the Lord. You are seeing Kazuo in a tricky situation though, 3v1, needing the mobility to escape, but can he do it? A Master Assassin at his finest, but JT's, he has other plans, gonna go ahead and take him down. But you are seeing Eve over in the mid lane get a kill as well. It's gonna go ahead and take down Kaori on this Lapu with the 3v1 presence, and man, they're dropping left and right. 2 members out for the side of Phoenix, with 1 member out for the side of On the Hunt, and Lord has been reset. But you are seeing zonage now for On the Hunt, as Renegade is there. You see Lux there, you see Yumi there, and also Wolf Ronaldo has joined the engagement as well, and they are going to go for this objective. You are seeing Zeno on this Hellcurt taking that blue buff, and now again, these neutral objectives really just sit for a while. These teams that are really smart on baiting it out for these clashes. Speaking of clashes, now they are going to possibly wait for the Luminous Lord to come in effect. But wait a minute, possibly not. A little bit of bait on the way. You see Kaori falling for it, getting a little bit of throwing a hook in the water and trying to get some fish right now, as the full team of Phoenix is going to go ahead and try and contest this. And I think this is exactly what On the Hunt wanted. They want them to come out for another engagement. They want to get a possible pick off and then take this objective when Lord does get enhanced.
but we have to pay attention to what's really going on here. On the hunt, taking that dance so long, and Ling took the opportunity to go ahead and go for the split. They didn't want the bait. They wanted those waves. They're trying to make them answer to it. Look at Lapu Lapu coming in a little late, and On the Hunt knows this. They have the time to go ahead and secure this, and the members of Phoenix, knowing they're out of position, they don't have the setup that they need. It's a free Lord for the side of On the Hunt, and that just comes from a good macro, man. On the Hunt. It's the details. It's just the little details. They didn't need a kill or anything. It was simply sending that cross-map potential with that lane to go ahead and split that lane and offer that pressure. And the moment Kaori showed up on the map, On the Hunt took that opportunity and bursted that Lord effectively without losing anybody on the map.
Yeah, definitely a good play indeed. And Luminous Lord now making his way on the bottom side. And this is exactly where you want to be for On the Hunt. Already one win in. But look at the Fatal Links connecting onto Renegade. Able to dash out over there with that Fredrin, that sustainable fighter. Now you are seeing 4-man of On the Hunt pushing in this tier 2 tower. Able to secure it into the hands of Wolf Ronaldo. And now possibly going in for an inhibitor as the lanes are synced for the mid and the bottom side. But looking like the side of Phoenix having other plans, quickly taking down this Lord. And now On the Hunt having to disengage. It's right now you need to play a little bit safe. Maybe clash in when you have lanes synced, or wait for another neutral objective to spawn in, as any mistake can be a turnaround for the side of Phoenix's. They have lost some towers on the side of On the Hunt as well. Not too far ahead on the board, but they are up by about 6,000 gold.
Absolutely, up by 6,000 gold. And with this lull in the action, let's take a moment to look at these items. Been a couple minutes since we last checked. We do see Ling has almost went full build here. Last item, picking up those endless battles and that immortality for that second chance at life. Already a slippery target to begin with, but now with that immortality pass, it's gonna be a little slippery to deal with. Eve finally picking up that Ice Cream Wand, and along with that Brute Force breastplate, interesting item pickup. Every time using those skills, able to increase that mobility, which they have a lot of already with that Mathilda and Ling in play. But also with the recent changes, again, this is patch 1.7.44, and the adjustment over there to the Brute Force breastplate was adding in that 10% cooldown reduction as well. So not only just a survival item, but also a cooldown reduction item, which is ever so important with this Eve. Speaking of more important items though, Bruno finally getting that 3-item power spike. He's still having a tough game, only finding 1 kill in the match, but we know the damage is there if they decide to go for it. Speaking of things going for it here in the jungle.
Darkness Falls going in there by Xeno on this Hellcurt. They are fighting over this blue buff. Fatal Links connecting onto Renegade, but fight out over his manipulation goes down by Lux. Get a kill onto Xeno. Fight still going on inside of that manipulation. You do see Crossbow Tank activating over there by the side of JTZ. Isn't enough though. He's outnumbered by the side of On the Hunt, and Wolf Ronaldo having other plans. Gonna hit him with that flaming soccer ball to secure that double kill, taking out Xeno and JTZ. And that is 3 members down for none on the side of On the Hunt, and now they are on the prowl for a possible finish to take another win. You are seeing Kaori trying to defend. Brilliance activated over there by Shiro as well, but wait a minute! A lot of utility popping down as down goes the manipulation, trying to get a kill onto Shiwo, but Brave Fighter Stance rushing in, trying to stop them from pushing in this inhibitor. And ladies and gentlemen, they have taken it. There's only 1 inhibitor left for the side of Phoenix on the top lane, and I'm not sure that's enough to keep them in this game. But Shiwo having other plans, gonna go ahead and take out Wolf Ronaldo. Lux gonna kill onto Shiwo in the process. Darkness Falls by Xeno has now come into effect. You are seeing Hellcurt rushing for the fight, but hit with the Appraiser's Wrath and a double kill, a triple kill. Lux is gonna go ahead and take out Shiwo, Xeno, and Dabuki. That is going to be Kaori and JTZ left to defend, and the full team is still alive, minus Wolf Ronaldo for the side of On the Hunt, and now going for this neutral objective. A lot of real estate on the map, a lot of kills on the board for the side of On the Hunt, and now a Luminous Lord to work with it. And this is all they need to do now, sync these lanes and get another possible finish, and that'll maybe put them up 2-0. Looking like their backs are against the wall for Phoenix, and the question is, can they form up that shield and stop this dagger from piercing the heart of the Nexus?
And they have to stop pulling the gun so early, man. We've seen that in the jungle. Dabuki, again, not one of the best performances with these said tanks. He went for the all-in on Fredrin. It was a 1-man set on the front line of On the Hunt, and immediately after there, the counter-engage from Lux, dropping that real-world manipulation, leading into that triple kill, man. Dabuki, now on the defense with that Lord coming in, is going to have to be patient and find the play. Speaking of play, the engage is incoming.
You are seeing the energy eruption, the taunt from Renegade onto Kaori, but not enough. Circling Eagle by Mathilda right now. Fatal Links connecting, but wait a minute. Lord getting bursted down to about half health. Darkness Fall activated. Lux getting a kill on to Hellcurt. Lux getting another kill kill onto Dabuki for a double kill. Soren getting a kill onto Renegade, taking out Fedrin. Kazuo taking out the Lord, and you are seeing Shiro get a kill as well, but taken down by Kazuo. Yumi get a kill onto JTZ on the caller to defend against Kazuo. Lux and Yumi, can he do it? Look at the Nexus, ladies and gentlemen, circling Eagle, connecting, and a bullseye onto the Nexus, and they have done it again, ladies and gentlemen. On the Hunt takes game 2.
Victory!
Taking game 2 and taking the heart away from Phoenix, who are now going to be down 2-0. And I talked about it, man. Dabuki having a hard time with those set tanks. You can see it, 0-6 and 6 with the bronze. He was not able to find those plays to set up the side of Phoenix, man. Even with that Darkness Falls, nothing able to fall onto the board for the side of Phoenix, but everything going into the hands of on the Hunt, man. That Eve, an incredible game with that MVP, a flawless KDA, and you can see it there in 100% team fight participation. Lux was all over the place, man. You can see it, 31% team damage, definitely the front of this team. Nothing happened on that map without Lux, and that's exactly what you want to see with that mobility paired up with Yumi. Was able to be everywhere at once, laying down that real world manipulation. And unfortunately, reality setting in for Phoenix as they face a brink of elimination, as we're going to go ahead and start gearing up to head to match 3.
Definitely an impressive game indeed. Speaking of Lux, getting those triple kills over on that Eve, definitely not the easiest thing to do. To be able to close this game out like the game 1, a fast finish. You're seeing some really good synergy right now from the side of On the Hunt, and I think their name literally speaks for itself as they are on the hunt for a possible sweep now with 2 wins under their belt. But you cannot count Phoenix out as they still have JTZ over there. They have Shiwo over there. They have a lot of good heroes at their disposal. Maybe pulling in those comfort picks again and possibly banning out that double support meta may be an answer going forward. But like we said, ladies and gentlemen, this is the grand finals for the Philippines for December to close out the year. The grand finals. These teams have competed against a lot of high-level teams. Even yesterday, the matches have been insane. Like we said, this is a best-of-5 grand finals, and you are watching On the Hunt versus Regnant Phoenix. But right now, On the Hunt, 2 wins in their pocket. And if they take this third one, they take the sweep. So definitely don't go nowhere. Get some popcorn, get some drinks, place your votes. Do you see Phoenix coming back and evening up the board as they need 2 wins in a row? 2 wins in a row. If they can get that, it'll take it to a game 5 and possibly get an epic comeback and a reverse sweep. But if not, one more win into the hands of On the Hunt, and that will be game, ladies and gentlemen. We will be seeing the victor of today's tournament, of the December tournament, to close out this year. We'll be right back with you guys momentarily for game 3.
You can travel the world to find yourself. But that journey must start at home.
Now we are going to end war!
Because you can't know who you are without remembering your past experiences.
Basic is returning to Asia for his redemption. The BTK trio wants to prove M3 wasn't just a fluke, and Hoon looking to win back his fans.
I got basically kicked, but they still call me traitor for, I don't know, for pursuing my dream.
I thought living that comfort zone and then try new things was a better way for me to pursue the win.
We're coming and we're gonna compete. We're gonna put a fight, that's for sure. I'm coming for you, M4.
This is what we have all been waiting for.
You push us, we push you back. You respect us, we respect you back. You doubt us, we will bleed to prove you wrong.
Everything on the line, right here, right now.
Definitely, they're not underestimating us as much as they did in M3. People probably see us and take us more seriously now, especially considering our accomplishment back then.
I want to be the first in the world. I want to win a world championship. And the only way to really do that is day in and day out. There's no relaxing. You have to keep going.
Here comes the valley. It's my time, I'm a ball. I'ma get this money right. I'm gonna live my best life. They've been talking, tell me on me, but you know they'll never win. I'm controlling all my victories, and something has gotta give. Cause this is just what I made it now, made it now. You can't ever break us down, break us down. I'll be speechless for the stars. Promise I'll be what they not, and I'll never ever stop. Won't never stop, yeah.
Touch the sky, you're a man of saving God. Touch the sky, you're the greatest option now. You and I, we can make it out of the crowd. Hang tight, we gonna reach for the greatness. We will always rise, we will never fall. We fight in our eyes, and we are strong. Even though we know our backs against the wall. And again, you take your aim, you know that this is.
I've been down, been waiting so long. I'm here for the crown, I'm here to show off. Greatness time, just waiting to show y'all. This is your time to remember.
So many times I lie in the basement waiting for greatness. No, I won't listen to anyone hating on me and telling me I wouldn't make it. Cause I did everything that they said I couldn't. Caught my footing and I got the controls. I stand for something, I ain't running now. I'm the greatest now. I just wanna make it down. Don't let me down, don't let it all. I'm on the road, accomplish all of my goals, and I ain't gonna let you down.
Touch the sky, you're a man of saving God. Touch the sky, you're the greatest option now. You and I, we can make it out of the crowd. Hang tight, we gonna reach for the greatness. We will always rise, we will never fall. We fight in our eyes, and we are strong. Even though we know our backs against the wall. And again, pick your aim, you know that this is.
Coming for the game, cause we ready for the victory.
No. So turn it up, turn it up, turn it all the way up.
All you get your hands up, all you raise your hands up. Listen to what you feel and say. We gon' turn it up tonight. We gon' turn it up. We gon' turn it up.
The sky is so vast, isn't it? My little flare.
Papa? Can you reach the sky and ignite the stars?
Of course, honey bunch.
Papa never returned home. He's among the stars now. But what about me?
Have faith, little flare.
Now this is a wonder to behold.
Time. Oh, it's time to make the most of the moment. I'm Hoon, I'm mid-lane for the Valley, and I'm ready.
I graduated high school a few months ago. Yeah. We dare to be great.
Dude, that's perfect. One more second.
Hello, my name is Fly Chicken. I'm XP lane from the Valley. Let's go.
Hey, it's basic. Again. We dare. We dare to improve. Hey, it's basic. Coordinator for the Valley. Let's go.
Say hi.
Three wasn't good enough.
There you go. One more time.
Three wasn't good enough.
One more time. You got a better one again.
Hi, I'm Chuck. I'm like son for the Valley. Let's go.
You see my chapped lips on the camera? Like here a little bit? Don't disrespect the US of A. One more. Hi, I'm Mobazane.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the land of the Dawn. We are the Mobile Legends Scrim Academy, and man, oh man, we are on the grand finals for December in the Philippines as these teams are competing to take that #1 spot. A little bit of a look at today on the hunt versus Regnant Phoenix, best of 5 grand finals. Let us know who you guys place your votes on. As on the hunt, already 2 wins under their pocket, or in their belt, in their pocket. On the hunt, on the prowl, you are seeing Regnant Phoenix have a little bit of a harder time getting online, but they're still in here. A couple conditions have to be met for them to stay in the series, though, and not be swept by on the hunt. They need to win 2 games in a row. They need to find a way to get their marksman online and get him on fire. We've been seeing on the hunt have a lot of good synergy, a lot of good macro and micro, and a little bit better map awareness than the side of Phoenix so far, but we can't count them out. Speaking of today, I am joined by Coach Deku, who will be the on-point play-by-play to kind of lead the way in these engagements. I'll be assisting on the on-point analysis to break down these items and also talk about these teams' synergy. How you doing today, Deku?
I'm doing good, man, and I'm being amazed yet again over here watching the MLBB Philippines collaboration with the MLSA for the December 5v5 tournament, man. And on the hunt right now, they have Phoenix facing the brink of elimination. They could potentially end this all in a 3-0 clean sweep, but will Phoenix, sticking to their name, rise from the ashes and buy a little more time and steal a game off of only the hunt and maybe potentially be able to reverse this back? I don't know, time will tell, but right now on the hunt, like you've been saying, on the prowl, they know this is almost secured. They just need one more win from the side of on the hunt, again up 2-0 and looking to make it 3.
And looking at the draft so far, Kazuo, again, going with that pocket pick. Is going to take that link. If it's not broken, don't fix it. And I am loving this so far. He's been able to perform really well on this Assassin jungle, and they've been winning every single game with it. Looking at Kaori over there on the opposing side for Phoenix, is going to take up that fan favorite, that Lapu, who's been dominating in the XP lane. Shiro going with that Xavier, who recently got some buffs and is definitely sitting nice for a mage, especially all the way from the early to the late game. And I like the CC that he has at his disposal, the Dawning Light to possibly steal a neutral objective and also get a snipe across the map. But there's something we haven't seen before. The master of hooks, the master of fatal links. Dabuki is gonna lock in the Jawhead.
I mean, we've seen the Franco, right? And he had the Jawhead. I said Franco, Jawhead. They kind of get the same job done, but we are gonna see that pick off competition again from Dabuki. And I think that's a good call, right? He's struggled a lot with the set tanks, but whenever he's played these pickoff roams, it's netted some good gains for the side of Phoenix. Obviously, they weren't able to secure a win with the Franco, but Dabuki had a solid performance, and that's what you really need out of the roam right now. You need to enable Dabuki to give you those plays, man. You have to let him have a chance in these matches, and those set tanks just weren't the ones for him to play. But now, flexing back over to that pickoff style, that pickoff composition, we can expect Dabuki to have a little bit better of a game. And speaking of pickoff, with that Xavier locked in, that is a lot of damage with that Dawning Light. And we've had the honor to see some pretty strong Xavier players over in the North America region. We've seen what can happen when they can scale, get to that around that 15-minute mark, pack up those items, those power spikes, and start sending out shots from cross map in this match. It'll be very interesting to see how Phoenix can do with this composition, as it is a little strange right now, to say the least. They're also hovering over an Alucard. I'm not sure if they will actually lock that in. I think they did play it once in the semifinals, if I'm not mistaken. They did play an Alucard, but I'm not sure if they're willing to pull it out in the brink of elimination, everything on the line. Are you going to put that in the hands of an Alucard?
Yeah, I'm kind of wondering how this will play out. But one thing that leans to the favor of Xeno is they do not have CC. There is no CC minus the Tempest of Blades knockup from Kazuo on the side of On the Hunt. And maybe that's the game plan. When there is no CC, that's when Alucard can kind of shine. You do have Dabuki over there with that lethal ejector to kind of displace a hero and get a potential pick off. Shivo also has some CC in his disposal with that Xavier. And I'm liking the draft so far. But Renegade locking in that Masha. This is a Masha in the XP lane. Something we don't really often do inside of the NA side of things, but it does work, right? You are going up against that Lapu Lapu. You can continuously heal inside of that lane and split push and also rush in for those back lines. And I really want to see how this game is going to go going forward. But like I said, they traded off having frontline and aggressive pushes for CC. So there's no CC into the hands of On the Hunt, and they only need one more win. I think this is one of those wild card drafts that is very hard to judge, but if I am judging off the fact that there's more set potential on the side of Phoenix, they may potentially see themselves taking a game and remaining in this series.
Absolutely, and they went ahead and did it right. They locked in that Alucard up 2-0 here. It's going to be tough. Or not up 2-0. Phoenix down 0-2 here, and they're going to put the game on the line in the hands of this Alucard, man. All in for Zeno, and maybe it's a comfort, and maybe that's what they're going down to. They went back to the pickoffs for Dabuki. We see they locked in that Lapu Lapu as well for Kaori, and now they have JTZ on the carry, which also netted them a win in yesterday's matches. They're going all for the chips, man. Forget the meta, forget what's top of the crop. We're gonna go what we know best to go ahead and fix up these mistakes and potentially get a match up against On the Hunt right now.
Now, looking at the gold lane, right, we're seeing a carry versus a Claude. This is too late game marksman, but oh my goodness, JTZ kind of having other plans. Is going to go ahead and hit him with the speedy light wheels and already taking him down to half HP. And you're seeing some presence up from Phoenix to possibly get a pick off. And man, they know they are down in a 2-0 deficit and they need to take this win. And they're going to use everything at their disposal to try and take this early game.
Yeah, we can see it potentially the ambush here. It looks like the calls are going to be made. Dabuki going to go ahead and look for the claw. Those are the called in by Zeno. He's doing a lot of damage, a lot of burst. Floor and Yumi going to be in a tough position. It's the first blood going to the hands of Zeno. He's going to make this Alucard pick work. This is the last thing he does, but speaking of things working, Oligarch here facing off against JTZ. The true damage from the wheels almost taking him down there. He's going to be forced to back, and he should go ahead and commit that recall because here comes Dabuki into the bush. He knows that he's here, but here comes the flicker. Play is going to throw him, and those ejectors are going to finalize and pick up that kill. 2-0 trade for the side of Phoenix, but hang on here. Kazuko facing off against Zeno. We're seeing the burst come out as they're going to go ahead and disengage, but this is a great play, and we're seeing Phoenix come alive, man. This is what I want to see. Don't lay down and take it. Fight back, Phoenix.
Definitely getting a fight for game 3. They're not trying to take that sweep, and 2-0 right now, definitely a solid lead. I love how they put that pressure in the gold lane. We kind of harped on this between the previous 2 matches, is if you put pressure in that gold lane, you create opportunity to shine. And now with 2 kills on the board, looking really solid for the side of Phoenix. A little bit of contest on the blue buff.
We are seeing the Brave Fighter stance entered in by Corey on this Lapu Lapu, and here comes some of those plays, but the burst from Lux. Lunox is going to go ahead and take him down in the jungle. On the Hunt finally getting on the board there. 1-2 on the kills in between these 2 teams.
Definitely 1-2 on the board, and they're trying to even out the playing field. You are seeing a neutral objective turtle being pushed in, and Zeno's going to go ahead and secure this. We kind of were questioning the Alucard, but right now doing pretty decent. Already has 1 kill on the board, took the neutral objective as well, and he's kind of outdoing Kazuo right now. A little bit of a look at the items so far. Alucard already at 2,000 gold, up by 200 compared to Kazuo. You are seeing the Molten Essence picked up by this Masha, and this is definitely one of the matchups matchups we wanted to look at today. Masha versus the Lapu. And right now, Lapu kind of applying that pressure, but wait a minute, a little bit of engagement. Kazuo rushing in, but not able to do any damage. One thing Masha does offer is sustainability, but Lapu as well can fight that fight inside of the mid lane, inside of the top lane, anywhere on the map with that brave fighter stance. Looking at the bottom side, you are seeing Dabuki realizing, hey, we need to help out this gold lane. We have a late game marksman, so do they, but if we stop this Claude nice and early, we get JTZ online, we can possibly take this game. But looks like Yumi kind of getting wind of this is going to go ahead and stay around Claude. Claude is one of those marksmen, though, that has the mobility in his favor, that mirror image effect, using Dexter at his disposal to check bushes, escape when things get a little bit tricky, is one of the many tools he has at his disposal. But looking at tools, looking at disposal,
we're seeing the ambush here. Alucard doing a lot of damage to Yumi, man. And that's the burst that's coming in the way of Zeno. He's making this Alucard pick work to its full potential right now, as On the Hunt is now looking like the predator turning into the prey here. And hold up, Dabuki, the call has been made, looking for an ejector, unstoppable force in, but the image from Wolf, Ronaldo's gonna go ahead and disengage here, but no, he's gonna go back to try to save this tower as they have chipped it away significantly. JTZ is carrying a lot of tower gold along with the members of Phoenix.
That was the most impressive play over there by Claude on Wolf Ronaldo. To be able to throw that mirror image effect behind you in the bush, realizing that Jawhead was going to rush in and try and use that lethal injector, and then escaping and also saving your turn in the process is not the easiest thing to do, and you got to give the man some credit. But speaking of giving credit, we got to also look at giving credit where it's due, and Phoenix having a very solid early game. 5 minutes in, they've already taken the first turtle. Looks like they're going to go in for the second as well. Yumi going in, Lux joining the fight, Kazuo.
They are going for the contest, but Kazu's going to win that retry battle. Dawning Light coming out, an ejector from Jawhead. They're looking to take this fight. Yumi with the bloom, going to go ahead and keep up the sustainabilities on the hunt. They'll pick up that turtle without losing a member, as both sides will disengage across the river.
And that's what you wanted. Taking that turtle kept them online and pretty much kept them from getting that huge gold lead for the side of Phoenix. Now they're only down about 300, and a very good retribution. That was literally last minute, and that shows you how well that pocket pick is on Ling for Kazuo right now. Speaking of pocket picks, though, you are seeing JTZ running that carry, that fan favorite marksman so far in the gold lane, stacked up against Wolf, and we're wondering who is going to kind of play it better for that late game potential. Speaking of potential, though, Brave Fighter stance a little early, not able to connect, as you are seeing Brilliance activated over there by Lux on this Lunox.
Here comes the ejector from Dabuki on that Masha, but not going to find anything there. But hold up, Zeno might have made a mistake with that chase passive. Does get shut down by Renegade. Jawhead is going to trade that back out, but here comes Yumi, going to turn that right back on Dabuki, and that's a trade in the favor On the Hunt, 2-1 right now. But hold up here on the bot side, On the Hunt now taking advantage of the absence of anyone in the bot side. They're going to go ahead and take this tower, but we could see a potential trade as well. In the top, as no one's up in the XP. Kaori having free priority over this tower. It's like it's going to be a trade for both teams here. Lux going to be a little too slow on the rotation, as Kaori will go ahead and pick that up.
And I'm kind of scratching my head right now, as Lux was a very far out of position in the jungle, and it kind of allowed Kaori to even out that playing field.
And speaking of out of position here, Brilliant's all gonna dodge the Dawning Light, but can you get away from Kaori? No, can Kaori get away from Lux? As Lux is gonna pop that Dark Ult, Renegade coming from the back for a little assistance, gonna allow Lux to go ahead and disengage and get out of the fight. Renegade with the reset, Kaori gonna have to go ahead and back off here. No more to be found, but hang on here, rotation coming in from On the Hunt. But no, Phoenix gonna go ahead and leave away from there. They're actually stacked up inside the river. Dabuki could choose to go in for a play here. He does have the flicker, and we know he has that ejector and that unstoppable force. Yumi doing a good job, though, providing vision, keeping Dabuki at bay. But this is exactly what Dabuki wants. He's in the river. He has the bush. He could secure a pick off potentially Xavier behind him. Dawning Light in play, but hang on here. A play made from Corey, looking to go ahead and contest his blue buff. Brave Fighter Sense has been entered. Raging Slash is going to be on the way here. He's trying to steal with that Bravery Blessing, sustaining just a little bit now. Raging Slash is coming out on Wolf, but isn't going to be enough damage. No, he's going to get taken out by Renegade with a thunderclap to his back. Hold up, ejector out of the bush from Dabuki is going to secure that pick off, facilitating a kill into Zeno's hands, but he's looking for more as he's looking to apply that pressure to Zumi. Brilliance out from one to Dabuki, an uncomfortable spot. Blazing Wood falling on him. He's going to get taken out here, but hold up, there's still more action going on as Lux is going to take out Zeno. Blazing, or not the Blazing, but Dawning Light coming out from Shiko. Not going to be able to make anything happen, though. There's not going to be a trade as On the Hunt has the number advantage, and they're going to work on this turtle.
And what a play, a 2-for-1 trade leading into the favor of On the Hunt, and now translating that into a turtle push as well. And not only that, maybe possibly pushing in some minions, but they did lose that tower on the top side, a tower lost on the bottom side as well. Both teams having one turret at their disposal, but in terms of gold, leading by 2,000 On the Hunt on the way for the Proud for a possible finish, a possible sweep. Looking at these items, a lot of core items being picked up. You are seeing Berserker's Fury, that Windtalker over there on this Ling for Kazuo. You are seeing Demon Hunter on that Claude to kind of stack up against this beefier composition lineup, especially that Jawhead who's been rushing in with that lethal injector, possibly even bursting down that Alucard. You are seeing this Masha picking up that Guardian helmet, going for the full defense route, having that Molten Essence for a little bit of that damage as well. Looking at Alucard though, War Axe, Hunter Strike, going for that pin, going for that mobility as well, as possibly going to get some more pickoffs on the way. But speaking of pickoffs, another tower falling into the hands of Kaori on the bottom side, but a direct response, as well as the tower drops on the side of Phoenix as well. And man, oh man, these teams are clashing it out now in the mid-river, possibly Dawning Light connecting, not able to take anyone down though.
We did see Speedy Light was coming out from JTZ as well. Some utility coming out from the side of Phoenix. The Boogie getting caught out, getting kited pretty well by Claude here, taking a lot of damage. But hang on, Kaori here trying to go for Zumi. The Bloom is in effect. He might have made a bad play here. I don't know why we're going for the Raging slash Brave Fighter stance, but he's in there. But Holo Kazu on the engage, and the Ejector coming out from the Buki, throwing members left and right as Wolf. Ronaldo's going to take it low and falling right into the path of Zeno, who's going to take him down, as now Phoenix has secured a trade, a 1-for-0 so far. But hang on, fight may not be over. They are pressuring into this mid lane, but Renegade's there as well. It is just a Zumi, a floor into the bush, and here comes the Buki looking for the ejector play. He's looking for the toss, does find Yumi, does throw him back, but hang on, Dark Old coming out from London's going to take him down. Dawning Light coming out as well, and Zeno's going to find the kill. He's looking for a second, but no, Renegade going to shut him down. JTZ with a Speedy Light Wheels, looking to go ahead and find Renegade. Gets caught by the immobilization by Xavier. JTZ on the chase, one more attack. He's going to find a double kill into the hands of JTZ, but here comes Kazu on the link. He's looking to trade it out. Tip of the blade comes out. He does find the kill, but there's only 2 members left on the side of On the Hunt, and 2 members left from Phoenix. Dawning Light going to the mid lane, and what a fight, Weezy. These teams are battling to see who's going to take this match.
I had to put my glasses on right there. My goodness, what is going on? Look at that beautiful engagement from both sides, fighting it out inside of the Land of Dawn. You seen that push over there for that mid tower going into the favor of Phoenix, but then a direct response as you are seeing them clash it out. Shiro getting a kill, JTZ taking out the turret, Renegade taking out Zero. And then you are going to see JTZ pick off another play. Renegade trying to rush out with that mobility of Masha, but caught by the Speedy Light Will, and then the Tempest of Blades to finish it off. A direct response for that Speedy Light Will engagement. And man, oh man, one thing these teams definitely have is synergy and attention to detail. I love the fact that it's 10-9 right now on the board, pretty much even in kills. Even though you think something's gonna lean into the favor of one team, it's always balanced out by the other. But now Lord is in play. These neutral objectives are on the board. These towers are dropping for both members as they're down to their inhibitor for the top side for Phoenix. But wait a minute, Lord in effect, aggro being pulled by the side of Phoenix.
Ejected from the Buki, throwing the Renegade, but is that who you want? Brave Fighter stance entered in by Corey in the background with the Raging Slashes, trying to find a kill, but Blooms from Floor keeping people alive. Dawning Light connecting into the background, and there goes Yizzo, gonna miss the Brilliant ult right on time, but Masha gonna get taken out by JT. They're gonna find Renegade blazing away from Wolf Ronaldo, but at what cost? JT, they're gonna pick him up, double kill for the side of Phoenix, but hang on. We do see the split push from Ling here. He knows the fight is a lost cause, but he's gonna look for towers here as Phoenix is still gonna commit for the Lord. They want that objective, and now Ling swinging back. Hang on, he can make it in time for his kill. Does he find it? No, Zeno's gonna take it to the lane. Coming out from Ling to disengage. Dawning Light gonna miss, but Phoenix finding the mark, finally picking up an objective. Are they rising from the ashes? Are we gonna see Phoenix pick up the first win?
I was literally, oh, speaking of wins,
the fight's not over. We've seen the ejector come out. JTZ gonna find Yumi, and JTZ is online right now, trying to secure a win for the side of Phoenix, as he does as well pick up a mid tower. And now the Lord has came into play, and now the real fun begins for the side of Regnant Phoenix, and they're looking to make this push, but Kazu's doing a good job of cutting these lanes, trying to keep some of the pressure down as much as he can. He's a solo Ling on a mission here to split. Is this all he's been left to do? Is he's not able to find these kills?
Mission impossible right now for Kazuo, but but some good macro. You seen him pushing 2 towers, not realizing he was not going to be able to take that Lord, and then he almost pulled it off with the Retribution. If he would have got that Retro, I literally would have lost it. But Kazuo definitely very good placement right now, but is that enough to keep them in this game, as you are seeing the gas pedal on full throttle for the side of Phoenix for a potential ending to try and get one win on the board, as they realize if they lose this game, they are knocked out of the tournament, and the finals will be won by the side of On the Hunt, who are already 2-0. But wait a minute, both teams kind of doing a little bit of a dance, as tower does go into the favor of Phoenix, claiming some more real estate on the map. You do see that Magic Sentry as well, a little bit of vision, maybe a possible pickoff maybe on the way, as you are starting to see the side of On the Hunt slowly push out of their base.
Speaking of things we're seeing, those Dawning Lights starting to cause a little bit of damage. I don't know if he caught it a little earlier, but he did throw out a Dawning Light on 3 members and chunk them pretty low. Gonna make Yuumi work really hard on these hills. That Bloom, if they can waste it out early to secure an advantage in the team fights, they can steal that sustainability, because that's really what's keeping them in these fights, in the pro long team fights, is that Bloom, that sustain coming in from Yuumi. And look, another Dawning Light from Shiwo, and they're coming more frequently, but hang on here. We're seeing an engage from Kaori here. I don't know what the call was, but he's in 4th in front of 5 members here with a Brave Fighter stance. Here comes the ejector from Dabuki. They're gonna find Renegade here. JTZ making quick work on him with that true damage. Thunderclap though is gonna be on the return. Tempest of Blade looking for the backline. Dabuki's low. Kazu's gonna find the kill, but at what cost is JTZ gonna take him down? It's a jungler going down for the roamer here. Immobilization coming out from Xavier, gonna allow them to disengage, and Phoenix quickly gonna take off, but they lost in the trade. A 2-for-1 in the favor of On the Hunt there.
Oh my goodness! These teams are clashing it out neck and neck. They are down to their inhibitors for the side of On the Hunt, but at the same rate for the side of Phoenix. They only have 1 tier 2 tower, and then it's going to be a similar story. And this means, ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be a neck and neck engagement down to the wire, down to the final clash. And the question is, who has better synergy? Who has better placement to get to that back line? Are we going to see a potential clash over this neutral objective, as we are seeing Luminous Lord spawn in and aggro already pulled to the hands of On the Hunt? But wait a minute, Dabuki rushing in.
But it looks like the Lord is being rushed by the side On the Hunt. Who's going to be able to take it here? It looks like Kazu is going to find it. Blaze Duet in the background from Cloud. He's going to get taken down by JTZ. A foolish play from him. But now Brave Fighter stands in front of Kaori. He's going for the flicker. Finds Lux. Finds the stun. Looking for the Raging Splash. But Brilliant's popped out by Lux. But Kaori's not going to stop. He's on the chase. And so is Zeno. Dawning Light coming down. Going to find Renegade with a little bit of damage. Here comes another stun on Lux. And he's caught out. And he's going to fall at the hand of Phoenix. But now Lord in the mid lane, and Ling trying to keep up the pace on these minions again. Trying to apply that pressure. Kazu with a macro right now. But hang on. Did he overstay his welcome? Tempest of Blade is going to be forced down, and he's almost taken out, but no, he's going to be able to escape, as the members of Phoenix are going to make quick work of this Lord. But hang on a second, Zeno knows he's over on the blue buff, and he's going to pop potentially his Immortality Bloom, trying to keep him alive, but is it going to be enough? The spawn comes back in for the Immortality. Zeno still looking for the chase passive, isn't going to connect, he's not going to be able to find him. JTZ is going to try to apply pressure into this midway Phoenix. They lost the Lord, but they haven't lost the map just yet. They're looking to take this game.
Man, oh man, the aggression from Phoenix right there. Look at this. The crazy engagement, the chase, trying to get these kills, and then a good play over there, like we talked about Kaori, with that split push potential, always at the right place at the right time, kind of leading the way right now for the side On the Hunt, the saving grace, you know, that light inside of the dark tunnel to keep them paving for a possible win, and he's definitely keeping them in this game. You got to give credit where it's due, but I also got to give credit to Zeno over there on the Alucard, rushing in and trying to get that burst potential, that fission wave, trying to take out Link, but unable to hit the mark, as you are seeing Yuumi, attention to detail, realizing I need to get there to heal my jungler, and that's exactly what you did, and Ling was able to stay inside of this fight, and that is what we call synergy from both teams, some high elo at its finest.
Absolutely, and right now, man, they're definitely an uncomfortable spot, but this can go either way. We've seen these teams duke it out. No one is at a disadvantage here. It doesn't matter. With all members up on the board, this could go either way. These teams are just calibrated for competitive play. You can see it. They put a lot of work in. Phoenix, though, trying to make their work pay off. It means something, as Dabuki currently hovering over the blue buff. You can see them maybe looking for a ambush. It looks like he's going in for the move. Ejector, but it's going to find the buff, no longer having the toss, but Dawning Light going to find 3 members. Not going to have an engage just yet. I think both teams are going to wait for this Lord, but hang on, I might have spoken too soon. Kaori looking for Kazu here, potentially. I think he realizes it might not have been the right move, Raging slashing up out of there, but Kazoo's not going to let him go. He's going to retaliate. He's on the chase, but Bravery Blessing coming in from Lapu and Bloom coming in from Floor. Too much to stay, but hang on Dabuki with the conceal, and he get caught out by the stun. I don't know how Yumi read that. That was a great stun, reading that Dabuki was on his way through the jungle with the conceal. This is some crazy plays. It's those details, man. I don't know if anyone's grasping this, but that was a crazy catch.
I don't even know how that was possible. Like, they are making the impossible possible, and the craziest part about it is they make it look normal. Very scary to see these plays inside of the Philippines, man. It's got us scratching our heads and questioning our every move in the North American server. But speaking of the battle, we do see Lord is on the way. It is spawned in, and the question is, who will it go to? Phoenix currently down by two losses, needing this win to stay in this series, or on the hunt to take this objective, get a split push, sink the lanes, and get a possible sweep. Lord has been aggroed in by Xeno right now. Some good pressure on the side of Phoenix. They have the zonage, but you are going to see a possible backdoor as Renegade trying to find a wraparound. This is what we said, that custody of Lord, that battle of custody. Who is going to take this objective? Xeno being patient, wants to bait out the side of on the hunt to rush in for this objective. We aren't seeing too much of a split push either, but now we do see an engagement.
The fight has been called, the play has been made. Hold up, Renegade with a thunderclap, doesn't find JTZ, but something they do find. Zeno's gonna find Lux. That's a mage down for the side on the hunt numbers. And it's going to the Phoenix. Dawning Light gonna connect with 3 members. Here comes Dabuki with the concealed play. Looking for Claude with the objective, is gonna find Renegade instead. Gonna throw the XP laner for on the hunt. Not gonna be able to find anything, but hang on here. Zeno making quick work of the Lord. They know they have positioning, but here comes Kazu. He won the Lord fight potentially, but Ziomi caught out in bad positioning. Immortality down. There's gonna be support down from the side on the hunt. Dawning Light gonna find him. Hold up, Kazoo as well. Finding on Dabuki, but is that who you want to see? Hello, happy holidays, a Christmas present as Dabuki's looking to toss him to the team. Shiwo looking to cut him off. Dabuki's not going to let his eyes off him. He's going to keep the pressure on this lane, and they are going to focus in on this Lord pit, though. The member on the hunt down 2 members. Phoenix know they can usually take this, but with Kazoo on the map, there's always still the threat hopping around the walls, but a Dawning Light is going to connect with Kazoo on this wall, and now he's dangerously low, but he's not going to give up this Lord for free. He's going to go for a Timid Blade coming down. He's gonna take it. Shield's gonna find the Lord. Renegade's gonna find JTZ, but Zeno's gonna take down Kazoo. Now Phoenix knowing they have the numbers, looking to cut off Wu, Ronaldo, and Renegade, going for the HP reset, but will it be enough? There's 4 members now looking to close down. Dawning Light gonna miss, but trying to fight back. He pops Immortality, but now he's taking down from Shiwu. Shut down, going to the hands of Claude. He's gonna find Alucard. He's still alive with the wind of nature. Somehow he's still alive, and Bloom coming into effect. He's full HP now. The fight is turning. Dabuki's low, and now the ones on the chase are now on the run, as Nasha's not gonna let Xavier escape. He's gonna take him down. He's keeping the pressure on Kaori. They're still gonna keep going. A Jedger from Dabuki. He's trying to save his XP lane, but hang on. Lux with the dark ult. He's looking to chase as well, but no. Now teams are gonna disengage, and Lord though did fall to the side of Phoenix, making its way in the bot side.
Man, oh man, the prey becomes the predator, and you did see Kazoo over there trying to rush in to steal that Lord as well, but Xavier able to get it last minute. It's not even a jungler securing this objective. A little bit of a premature retribution, but some high skill level on that link. But speaking of skill level,
the fights just won't stop. Unstoppable force, he draw hit with the ejector. Not going to lead to anything, but here comes Kaori, brave by the stance internet, but he's taking a lot of damage from Lux. He's going to have to find a way to focus in. Raging Slash, but Immortality is going to be popped. Indeed, Dabuki trying to cover for him. Looking for the ejector. Is going to throw Lunage now, who's ran out of the dark ult. Lord getting taken down here, and Dabuki's low. They're going to have to fall back, but hang on. Dawning Light coming as well down in the bot side, but the side of Phoenix going to have to back off. They lost out on this Lord, and these teams, man, it's just crazy. 21 minutes in, Phoenix and On the Hunt putting up a fight of the ages.
Definitely a fight of the ages. And now looking at these items, 21 minutes in. This is 4 items in effect from both teams. We are looking at Regnant Phoenix going up against On the Hunt. On the Hunt with 2 wins at their back. They are trying to go in for the sweep, but Phoenix having other plans, fighting that good fight, taking it to the late game, getting these full item builds. And now with both teams fully online, the question is who wants this win more? Place your votes now and let us know who you think takes the win there. You're going to see Kazuo, the king of split pushing, the king of versatility, the king of being able to get the 1 HP escapes, be able to outdo the side of Phoenix, rising from the ashes, rising to the occasion to possibly take this game and go for a game 4. Looking at these items, you are seeing Blade of Despair, Malefic Roar, Berserker's Fury, Endless Battle, and Windtalker built in by Kazuo over there on the link. But looking at Alucard, the kind of hero we were questioning our heads about. We were wondering how it would kind of work out inside of this meta, especially out in the Philippines. Not something we see too much in North America, going with the Hunter Strike, the War Axe, the Endless Battle, stacking it up with the Malefic Roar, and then getting some Athena Shield to negate the damage dealt by this Lunox over on Lux. Speaking of Lux, you have that Clock of Destiny, Lightning Truncheon, Genius Wand, Divine Glaive for the late game pin, and also the Dominance Ice to kind of negate that sustainability that Alucard provides. Speaking of sustainability, both teams trying to battle over custody again for this Lord, realizing this is the key to the city. This is the key to the win. You see On the Hunt needing this objective to close it out and get a finish, but the side of Phoenix rising from the ashes is possibly going to rise and hit a Retribution and try and get a steal, but no, into the hands of Kazuo, into the hands of On the Hunt, does go down with the Lord.
But the flicker ejector from Jonghead is going to send Ling to his death as Xavier's going to find the kill, and now Renegade being capitalized on JTZ and Zeno looking to find the burst. A shutdown by Alucard. Phoenix taking down 2 members after they lose the Lord, and they're not going to stop. They're going to burst it out, and they're going to look to push down the mid lane. They have the number advantage, 5v3 on the map here. On the Hunt may be in a full position. Lord has been taken down, and now they're looking to push the inhibitors. The pass has been popped. Zeno's already popped the vision away. He went to the engage, and here comes Floppy Wop with the Dawning Light Injector. Going to find Claude. Out of the position, and they were taken down by JTZ. Blaze new way, but it's not going to do anything. No, JTZ with too much damage. Immobilization from Xavier. London's going to find Wapu, but now they have their eyes on the next members are falling left and right. Hang on, Dawning Light is going to find the kill. Zeno's going to find Zumi. Dawning Light is going to find another member. He's going to take down Lux. There's 2 members inside of Phoenix, 1 and the side of On the Hunt. Will they be able to survive? Immobilization. Hold up, Alucard getting dropped low. Shield's not going to let him go. Pops the immortality. They can end it right here, right now. Here comes JTZ. He's going to focus in with the speedy light wheels. Phoenix is gonna find the game. They won't be eliminated. We're going to game 4.
Victory!
Woo! Going to game 4. What a turnaround! Phoenix rising to the occasion, rising from the ashes, able to take that victory. I know a lot of people doubted them. They thought they would get the sweep, but looks like Phoenix had other plans. I love to see these teams compete and fight at the higher level of ELO, fight with their backs against the wall, fight under pressure, and make diamonds. And that is what we've seen today from the side of Phoenix to take game 3. And like Deku said, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to a game 4. And what do you guys think? Do you think we're going to see a reverse sweep into the hands of Phoenix, or are we going to see On the Hunt, on the prowl, try and close it out? Man, oh man, these teams are fighting it neck and neck down to the wire. But for game 3, you just seen more resolve from the side of Phoenix to close it out. Looking at the stats, looking at the timestamp, 24-minute game, 18-23, high kill game indeed. You are seeing the turret damage into the hands of JTZ over there on that carry. Definitely a very beautiful game indeed. Soren Zeno, that surprise pick with that Alucard, able to get the job done. But props goes out to Soren Shiro. The only one left to defend was Wolf. Wolf over there trying to defend with that Claude, but not enough as she was able to get that stun on him and burst him down, proc that immortality, and then also get the kill. And you did see JTZ realizing, oh, you got the marksman, perfect. This is a time for us to push in the Nexus and take this win. Definitely a good game indeed, and that is going to take us on to a game 4 between these 2 amazing teams, Phoenix and also On the Hunt. Let us know where you guys think next game will go. Do you think Phoenix will get the reverse sweep and even up the boards 2-2, or do you think we'll see it closed out by the side of On the Hunt? Let us know here momentarily, as we are going to jump into a short break as these teams are preparing to get back into the Land of Dawn. But man, oh man, high level gameplay, and I love to see it. Special shout out to everybody subscribing over there on YouTube as well. We are almost at 200 subscribers, so thank you so much. And I hope you guys are enjoying the show just as much as we are enjoying these teams competing. As always, appreciate you guys, and a special shout out from the MLSA staff for happy holidays and a happy new year to those upcoming for 2023. As always, we appreciate you guys. Don't go nowhere. We'll be right back with you guys for game 4.
You can travel the world to find yourself. But that journey must start at home. Because you can't know who you are without remembering your past experiences.
Basic is returning to Asia for his redemption. The BTK trio wants to prove M3 wasn't just a fluke, and Hoon looking to win back his fans.
I got basically kicked, but they still call me traitor for, I don't know, for pursuing my dream.
I thought living that comfort zone and then try new things was a better way for me to pursue the win.
We're coming and we're gonna compete. We're gonna put a fight, that's for sure.
I'm coming for you, M4.
This is what we have all been waiting for.
You push us, we push you back. You respect us, we respect you back. You doubt us, we will bleed to prove you wrong.
Everything on the line right here, right now.
Definitely, they're not underestimating us as much as they did in M3. People probably see us and take us more seriously now, especially considering our accomplishment back then.
I want to be the first in the world. I want to win a world championship. And the only way to really do that is day in and day out. There's no relaxing. You have to keep going.
Here comes the Valley.
It's my time, I'm a ball. I'ma get this money right. I'm gonna live my best life. They've been talking to me on me. You know they'll never win. I'm controlling all my victories. And something that's gotta give. Cause this shit just what I made it now. Made it now. You can't ever break us down. Break us down. I'll be reaching for the stars. Promise I'll be what they not. And I'll never ever stop. Won't never stop. Yeah.
Touch the sky, you're a man of saving God. Touch the sky, you're the greatest option now. You and I can make it out of the crowd. Hang tight, we gonna reach for the greatness. We will always rise, we will never fall. Fight in our eyes, and we are strong. Even though we know our backs against the wall. And again, you take your aim, you know that this is.
I've been down, been waiting so long. I'm here for the crown, I'm here to show off. Greatness time, just waiting to show y'all. This is your time to remember.
So many times I lie in the basement waiting for greatness. No, I won't listen to anyone hating on me and telling me I wouldn't make it. Cause I did everything that they said I couldn't. Caught my footing and I got the controls. I stand for something. I ain't running now. I'm the greatest now. I just wanna make it proud. Don't let me down. Don't let it all. I've been on the road, accomplished all of my goals, and I ain't gonna let you down.
Touch the sky, you're a man of saving God. Touch the sky, you're the greatest option now. You and I, we can make it out of the crowd. Hang tight, we gonna reach for the greatness. We will always rise, we will never fall. Fire in our eyes, and we are strong. Even though we know our backs against the wall. And again, pick your aim, you know that this is.
Coming for the game, cause we ready for the victory.
So turn it up, turn it up, turn it all the way up.
All you get your hands up, all you raise your hands up. Listen to what you feel and say. We gon' turn it up tonight. We gon' turn it up. We gon' turn it up.
The sky is so vast, isn't it? My little flare.
Papa? Can you reach the sky and ignite the stars?
Of course, Honey Bunch.
Papa never returned home. He's among the stars now. But what about me?
Have faith, little flare.
Now this is a wonder to behold.
Time. Oh. It's time to make the most of the moment. I'm Hoon, I'm mid lane for the Valley, and I'm ready.
I graduated high school a few months ago. Yeah. We dare to be great.
Dude, that's perfect. One more second.
Hello, my name is Fly Chicken. I'm XP lane from the Valley. Let's go.
Hey, it's basic. Again.
Alright, I like that.
We dare.
And action.
We dare to improve.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Land of the Dawn. We are the Mobile Legends Scrim Academy, and man, oh man, did we see some fire in the Land of the Dawn for Match 3. That's right, we are on the finals for the December tournament of the Philippines. This is a Mobile Legends Scrim Academy collaboration, and man, these teams are on fire. Like we said, the grand finals we are looking at On the Hunt versus Regnant Phoenix. Currently on the hunt, up by 2 wins, and Regnant Phoenix only having 1. But we thought we were going to see a sweep. We thought On the Hunt was going to close it out, and looks like Phoenix was able to rise from the ashes into the occasion. Now the question is, where do you go from here? Are we going to see that same drive, that same mentality, keep Phoenix in for another game to even out the playing field as they have another lifeline? Or are we going to see the side of On the Hunt close it out? We are jumping into this game, and I'm excited to see what both of these teams are going to bring to the tables if they have not brought it enough already. Speaking of the table, we have a full staff here from the Mobile Legends Scrim Academy to kind of lead the way to this match. We have Coach Deku, who's going to be assisting me with the play-by-play, and also on the analyst side of things, that on-point synergy, that on-point item breakdown. We have Eunice in the building as well. How are you guys doing today?
We're doing good.
I'm doing great. All right, I've been watching all these matches. I started in a little groggy, a little funky, and a little tired, but whoa, MLBB Philippines waking me up for this 5v5 tournament. We just seen Phoenix rise from the ashes in the previous match with a crazy closeout to get their first win in this series, and hoping to add another to tie it up.
Yeah,
absolutely.
What do you think about this draft so far, Eunice? I know you're jumping in here. I know you've seen some of these matches go crazy. And actually, before I even jump into the draft, which team are you rooting for? Both of these teams fighting at that higher level of competition. You never know which way it's going to go, and it's always down to the wire. But if you had a prediction, do you think that we could possibly see Phoenix coming back and getting a reverse sweep and evening out the playing field?
I mean, absolutely. These two are actually pretty high-ranked teams, like you said, so each team definitely has a fight to see who will bring that trophy onto the table. Now, let's talk about draft real quick, as we are about to finish up and hop into the match. So I do see some very meta picks, some picks that you don't really see banned in the NA side sort of things. But I do see this draft very interesting. So I do see a Claude picked up with that Amon, Xavier, Franco, and Glue. We all know Glue's pretty OP right now in our current meta. And on the other side, I see a Esme, Leo, Bruno, Diggy, and Faramis. I don't know. I'm trying to think at the draft right now. I'm trying to pick and choose right now because honestly, I love both teams, but each team are so high level. They're so cutthroat up to the neck when they play these games. So definitely gonna have to see. But if I had to go off of draft wise, if I had to pick a team, definitely would be Phoenix actually. I do see, not because there's an OP hero, but I'm about to explain why. So we all know that Claude is a very backline targeting hero now, but I do see a Bruno. Bruno is more upfront and more like tactical when it comes to 1v1s here and upfront team fights, but that Claude you're giving that Claude a lot of free space to be able to ult and be able to backdoor anything pretty much that happens with that sprint. So being able to target any backline, especially for that Faramis, that Diggy, and Diggy's a little bit squishy towards early mid game, so good chance for that Claude to be able to fill in and be able to fill in that backspace when it is very well needed. Do you see an Xavier up against a Faramis right now? But I do know Faramis has advantage over Clear. But Xavier does shine towards mid lane and once those 3 core items are picked up. So definitely wanted to see that. And I do see Glue getting drafted into an Esme. I think it looks like pretty good right now. Nothing too crazy going on. As for now, I do see a little bit of clashing happening mid lane, but definitely will fall back on that. But I don't know. If I had to ask you two, though, on draft, what do you think?
I'm going to go with the side of Phoenix, man. Right now, we can see a little bit of that early poke coming in that gold lane harassment, and we know the 4 from Leomord is pretty strong, but Phoenix is playing to their strength. Back over to these pickoff compositions, Dabuki has been a phenomenal Franco in this tournament, in this MLBB PH event. Definitely getting it done with the Franco as well with the jaw hit, but speaking of getting things done, we are seeing Kazoo going in for the dive. Dabuki getting dropped dangerously low. Kazoo not going to let it go here. He wants it, but he's not going to find the kill as Franco's able to get away from it and escape that. But that's going to be level 4 burnt out from the side on the hunt there.
Definitely a little bit of wasted utility. That Phantom Steed will be out for this turtle play, and we know both teams are always trying to rush in for that level 4 to take this neutral objective. Speaking of objectives, though, you are seeing Blazing Duet hitting Wolf Ronaldo, but wait a minute, both of them escaping with barely any HP, and a wise decision, a dual recall inside of the gold lane right now. But looking at that Shadow Stampede pulling in Soren on this Glue into that turret, you are looking at this neutral objective leading into the favor of Phoenix. You are seeing the aggro pulled in by Dabuki. Not only Dabuki, but yo, Dabuki's running Franco again. We haven't even mentioned this. A master of hooks, an iron hooker, definitely in the making. But Zeno's gonna go ahead and get the turtle. You do see split activating, and then Co-Alter as a direct response. Shadow Stampede to try and pull in Kaori, but wait a minute, a blood hunt going in, and Yumi gonna kill onto Kaori.
That is the first blood falling into the hands of On the Hunt. They're able to take down the XP laner of Regnant Phoenix here. And that's what you want to see right there, punishing them in that early there. He went in for the engage, trying to find a kill, but the plays, able to pull him back to the tower and make him force off of that Glue ult and then be focused down for the kill on the side of On the Hunt.
Absolutely. I do see that Xavier just did shine the Dawning Light down, but had a little bit of a misclick there. All right, looking at these items here, a little bit of early game court pickups coming in from all sides. Do you see Mage picked up that, I don't remember what it is, but it is like the halfway through the clock, so
Elegant Gem.
Elegant Gem, thank you, Deku. So I do see Elegant Gem both picked up by Faramis and the Xavier, pretty neck and neck in gold. Don't see too much of a gap right now, but the thing is, like with these teams, you can't really tell who's in the lead right now. I mean, they're if you look at each roamer, each mid laner, side laner, mid laner, and gold laner, they're all neck to neck with their gold. That Xavier finished clock before even building shoes. So definitely is going to start with damage, and having clock within the first 5 minutes actually very crucial for the side of Phoenix. They will have that magic damage coming in pretty early, and that Faramis has yet to finish that clock, but instead is going for that CDR build. That cooldown build has already been finished on the side of Hunt. But speaking of finished, I do see a little bit of tussling going on here, but we'll definitely have to see what will go on.
We are seeing a bit of a little bit of a trade going on in that top side. Both teams are going to go ahead and disengage, though. Wasn't nothing to be found for the side of Phoenix primarily, but we are seeing on the bot side a little contest as well. Glue putting in that work on Esmeralda. It might go ahead and pick up this kill, potentially trying to find it. Renegade doing a good job of dancing around this Glue, picking up the shield. And speaking of pickups, Turtle found by on the Hunt, and then Glue finally finding the kill on this Esmeralda. So a trade on both sides of the map there. And again, still close, like Eunice was saying. No one really finding a difference here early on in the match.
Speaking of difference, though, you are seeing the Iron Hook not able to hit the mark. 3 members of On the Hunt on the top side. Dabuki protecting JTZ at all costs, and this is what you have to do. You need to allow this Claude to get to the late game. We are currently 5 minutes in, 1-1 on the board, even in terms of kills. But speaking of kills, you are seeing Glue go in for blood, and he's going to take down Lux. That is another kill at his disposal. Currently on fire right now, leading the way. 2 kills on the board, and he has every single objective pushing in right now for the bottom side. Is down, goes to tier 3 tower. But wait a minute, you are seeing a clash inside of the mid lane as well.
Xavier did pick up a kill on that Liam ward there, and Faramis left all alone trying to make something happen there. But speaking of things happen, we'll find that tower in the gold lane, as Phoenix did find a tower down on the bot side. So just some trades from both teams. But here we go, a play going on. Falling Star move coming out from Renegade here. We do see the conceal reverse time locked in on Zeno here, who could be in some trouble as he does get taken out by Bruno.
Then Don and Light going down the mid lane, possibly getting a pick off. Wait a minute, split activated. Wolf getting a kill onto Franco, and Lux getting a kill onto JTZ. That is a 3-for-none trade into the hands of On the Hunt.
And that's a clean fight in the river, man. But Eunice, breakdown. We did see some new items get picked up in between both of these teams.
We did see crucial items get picked up. All right, let's go. All right, I do see both marksmen coming in with a core item, Claude with that DHS, and that Bruno actually has 2 core items with that Berserkers and Scarlet, so definitely going to be able to crit higher from here on out. Do see Jungle picked a Feather of Heaven. Those enhanced base attacks coming in with that magic damage will definitely be able to help their team secure those kills in the bag. I do see the Liamore did pick up Hunter Strike. Esme is building all sorts of defense. I see Dreadnought with some plates and some very interesting or no, that's not. Yeah, that is Esme. And then I do see it also with Diggy as well. A neutral objective turtle did get picked up by the side of Phoenix, but hold on, looks like there's gonna be a little bit of a scam going on here, but it looks like they're going to back off. Not too much going on here, but what I did notice so far, even just by watching the first 7 couple minutes of this game, the way that they micro play, the way that they rotate is completely different than the side of the NA side of the world. So I do see when they first started this game, it was a 1-2 babysit happening in the gold lane, and that jungle honestly all was supported just by the mid laner. Mid laner was actually able to give enough vision as much as the roam, so give a lot of free space for both junglers to be able to do what they want. But I love how they prioritize their marksman first, even over their jungle. So now we all know that jungle does have the highest damage for about the first few minutes of the game, and being able to farm off, play a little bit of Farmville, be able to pick up some creeps here and there, pick up some gold whenever they can. But like, they made sure that their marksmen were fed, and they made sure like everything was more targeted towards their marksmen. And knowing that the marksmen definitely have one of the higher inputs of the gold lead, which is very interesting to see as for rotation. So very interesting to see. I do see a little bit of clashing might be happening down here, but I think they're probably going to back off. Yeah, so neutral objective Lord is about to pop up in about 30 seconds. I do see both teams kind of trying to rotate in a weird way, but speaking of weird way,
We are seeing some action in the mid lane. Split Split being forced out by Corey, and here comes the Stampede by Kozu. But they're going to turn around and focus down. He does find someone to latch onto, but will the team be able to pick up with the damage? Time Journey being picked up, and Kaori dropped low. And we've seen this happen before in the jungle right now. Dabuki, though, looking for a potential ambush. He is camping quietly. You know, he does have that Bloody Hunt still at his disposal. But speaking of things at disposal, Dawning Light getting used nice and early to add in a little bit of poke ahead of this Lord being spawned in, like you pointed out there. You need this Iron Hit coming out from Dabuki, getting caught out by the reverse time, though, as On the Hunt going to start working down on this Lord.
And it looks like this is the objective they want, and they have the separation to take it. You are seeing Kazuha waste no time on this Leomord jungle, but wait a minute. Blue rushing in, giving a little bit of pill. You are seeing an engagement going down. Bloody Hunt getting a kill onto Lux.
And that's going to be the Faramis down. Dawning Light coming out now. Glue trying to find a way. Blazing Duet coming in, going to find Oligarch.
JTZ getting a kill. Soren getting a kill as well. JTZ getting a double kill, taking out Yumi. Kazuha getting a kill onto Xeno.
But now gets collapsed on by the members, and that's a triple kill going into the hands of JTZ and Wheezy. That boy is online, the gold laner for Regnant Phoenix. Again, keeping up, rising from the ashes, trying to equalize the series 2-2.
And this is what we kind of said, like, if Phoenix, oh my goodness, Shiro taken out onto the Hunt. Man, oh man, this is what they need. We might be seeing a game 4 if they keep up this momentum.
I mean, I just stepped in here, man. Looks like I'm gonna have to do a lot of breaking down for Phoenix. Looking out, I mean, they're playing up their game. They're playing up what they live up to, their title. So they're able to do that. But speaking of title, they just get picked off by that Liam, or that Glue unfortunately did go back to the caster's desk. Welcome, Glue. We're going to see here. But as of items, Amon did pick up 3 core items now. Xavier did get those 3 core items. Like I said, Xavier is going to be able to stack once the late game gets that point. So that clock, that lightning, and that mana book, the Enchanted Talisman, CDR build for sure. And like you just saw a few seconds ago, that Xavier just clipped that Faramis with just two skills. That's very fun in my opinion. All right, I do see lightning and clock built by Faramis. 3 core items coming into the hands of Bruno, but say no game. Claude also has 3 items here. He did get that Wind of Nature for a little bit of defense, but I think that Bruno's either building DHS or Wind of Nature. That is the same build way, so gonna have to see. Esmond coming in with that Dominance Ice for a little bit of heal cut, and that Talisman coming in for the mana sustain. I do see that Leomord with the Bloodlust for a little bit of maybe lifesteal, but I don't really see Bloodlust being built on Leo anymore. Usually I would go in with Hunter Strike straight into Malefic actually for some penetration, and then come build defense, or you can build hybrid. And we've seen a lot of those builds, but I'm not going to question that though, because everyone has their own style of gameplay. But with these top 2 teams, I don't know, whatever they do is whatever they do. Whatever they show to the table is what they show to the table. So definitely going to have to see and keep watching. But neutral objective Lord, the Luminous Lord, is about to pop up in about 30 seconds. But I do see a little bit of harassing coming up from the side of Phoenix, a little bit of gatekeeping up on those lanes to be able to keep those pressure up for all 3 lanes. But I do see they're trying to do something here, but got dig dangerously low by Shiwu. So he is definitely fed on that Xavier, being able to proc those micro skills up behind the wall for the side of Phoenix. But I do see everyone starting to rotate down. I do see that Claude getting ready to burst down that Lord along with the Xavier, and I love how Xavier is just using his ult, his Dawning Light, to be able to just poke even from the other side of the map. Even though he's not going to get any kills secured in, he wants to give his team vision. He wants to be able to proc those micro and those little pokes here and there. But Lord did get picked up by the side of Phoenix. Now Phoenix is 1-2 right now. Phoenix is very much saying that they're not ready to leave yet. So with 13 minutes in right now, not looking too hot for the side of On the Hunt. They gotta be starting to do something if they want to catch up right now. So we're gonna have to see what happens. But what do you think right now? What are your opinions right now?
Oh man, I'm feeling like this is definitely a match for the taking for Phoenix. All the cards currently at their disposal say that they can be able to close this out. It's just going to come down to execution in between these 2 high-level teams. I mean, grand finals on the line. You never know what to expect. Anyone can step up and make the big play and rise to the occasion and go ahead and satisfy the moment. But speaking of satisfy, Charge coming in from the Lord. The passive has been brought into effect. That's going to be inhibitor down. We might see the engage here. Lux, Shadow Stampede, and that is going to be out of play. No mobility there. Not going to be able to pull anyone in, but it looks like Phoenix is going to go ahead and back away. They're not going to overstay here. They're not going to risk it. They are currently down 2-1. A fatal mistake could lose them the game and lose them the series. So a great decision from them. Just take the inhibitor and go away. But Kaori potentially looking for a little more there. They are going to come back and circle for this mid inhibitor. The split in effect. He's going to try to zone them off, maybe find a member, and Lashard's going out, not going to find a kill. They do find a mid inhibitor, and again, it looks like they're going to go ahead and disengage, but reverse time, finding the members. Oh, Dabuki going to be forced out the flicker as we almost got caught out there. The members of On the Hunt not able to find a kill though in there, but 2 inhibitors down from Phoenix. A great play from them as far as the macro.
And you gotta admire the patience right now for the side of Phoenix, right? Not overextending, not overstaying that welcome. They had the Lord, but they realized not the engagement they want to take. An excellent point made on if they make a mistake, it can be fatal. Not only fatal, but knock them out of the tournament and cause them to lose the finals. You are looking at On the Hunt currently with a little bit of insurance. They are 1 win up, and if they take another one, they win the finals. But maybe a reverse sweep on the way if you can see a little bit of that patience play style from the side of Phoenix to close this out. And this is what it's looking like. They're definitely online. They're communicating. The synergy is there. And not only that, but the map is there for them as well. They have claimed a lot of real estate right now, leaving the side of On the Hunt down to their last inhibitor turret. And I don't know how long that'll be able to stand for, as they are slowly waiting for a possible pickoff in the jungle or a possible Lord push and sinkage of lanes. And man, oh man, looking really solid for the side of Phoenix. And I'm wondering, for the side of On the Hunt, your backs are against the wall. You know you need this win. You know you can close it out. You just have to play safe, wait for a mistake. But right now, it looks like the side of Phoenix, rising from the ashes, rising to the occasion, is not looking to give them any breathing room, not looking to give them a mistake. Speaking of mistakes, though, looking at On the Hunt, pushing in with the concealed play, but you do see Fallen Starman connecting on to Xavier. Bloody Hunt to get the stun suppression, but Co-Alter as the saving grace is going to get Renegade out of there. Clash is still going on because it will get a kill onto Dabuki. Down goes Franco.
As we did see Wolf Renato stacking in a lot of that damage, but Dawning Light coming out, gonna also put a lot of damage. Shadow Stampede coming in from Lux, looking to pull him out. And Lashard gonna take Yumi low, immortality pop, but he's still alive, still in the fight. But now we're seeing Wolf Ogler take out JTZ here.
And then the split by Kaori, rushing into the momentum, trying to get a kill onto Kazuo, but wait a minute, the reverse time to try and pull him away, but not enough. Yes, it is. He is able to withstand that fight. Lux getting a kill onto Xavier, and Zeno getting a kill onto Lux, 1-for-1 trade.
But the fight's not over. We've seen the Falling Star Moon go down as Wolf Renato's gonna take out Kaori. And that's 3 members down for the side of Phoenix. On the Hunt is gonna make their work onto this Lord right now.
And not sure if this is the push you want to take, right? If Zeno does fall, he will give the opportunity into the hands of On the Hunt, and this is the momentum they need to win this series. Almost connecting with that Iron Hook on the Buki, but Kazuo able to secure that retribution. The zone is from the team. On the Hunt was there, and that is neutral objective in their favor. This is the turnaround they needed. They are now having their foot on the gas pedal, and they're going to kind of drive their way up this map.
Like he's talking about drive, I do see that Lord getting picked up by the side of On the Hunt, but now don't get ahead of yourselves too yet. They have all tier 2 inhibitor turrets and up all on the side of Phoenix, so they have a little bit of wiggle room here to make a mistake, but I'm not going to count that. I'm not going to put that too much on the plate here, because we both know these teams are very, very good at being able to make those macro decisions when it comes to these team fights. So definitely gonna have to see something here. Might be a little bit of clashing. Speaking of clashing,
we are seeing the engage coming in right now. Time Journey being popped, endless shards as well. Not going to find the kill, but Immortality being popped right now. They're trying to drag him out. It's a killing spree from JTZ.
You do see Soren getting a kill on to Liam Ward. Wolf getting a kill on to Glue.
And we see the Bloody Hunt and the Iron Hook connect, but they're not going to find the kill. He's taking down an defense now from Phoenix with the Sentry going out to reveal some vision, able to keep those inhibitors intact. They're losing those tier 2s, but they still have the ultimate defense in between them and the Nexus.
And now claiming a lot of real estate on the map. There goes the tier 2 towers, leaving the side of Phoenix in a dangerous position down to their inhibitors. What a turnaround. And again, ladies and gentlemen, this is going to go down to the wire. And the question is, who has more momentum? Who has more synergy to close this out? Are we going to see On the Hunt get the finish and take this game? Or are we going to see a reverse sweep on the making, as Phoenix needs this game to stay in this series?
absolutely. Now Before we get there, though, I just want you guys to focus on the way that these teams are playing their heroes. Now, in NA, a lot of these heroes are pretty more aggro, actually, with that Claw being able to go at the back line. I'm pretty sure if I were there, if I was playing that Claw, I'd try to pick off anyone that I see within my range and be able to pop off my ult to be able to kill and secure that. But Phoenix and On the Hunt, depending on who they're playing on, but they're playing it so patiently. They're playing it so nicely. They're holding on to actually when they know it's a fight that they will know that they will win. And it looks like they don't start fights unless they know they're going to be able to secure that kill and that team fight. And being able to macro these plays, it just puts both team at a disadvantage for themselves. So each team has their best shotting lights, and each team also has their struggles here. But in my opinion, if I had to say a little bit of each side, I definitely do think I'm going to have props to the mage on the side of Phoenix. Now, I don't know if you guys have been paying attention, but this Xavier is actually not focused on being able to kill. He's actually more towards the micro play to be able to support his team, being able to use that second skill, to be able to use that wall, to be able to support his team, being able to chase maybe, or to be able to leave with that speed boost coming in from the side of Xavier. And Xavier is being able to just hyper focus the entire backline for that Claw to be able to come in and be able to secure. Speaking of secure,
we are seeing a Blade Hunt come out there trying to take him down. Endless Shards being popped. The Cold Ultra keeping the members alive right now as the Buki trying to zone, but Wolf gonna find a kill on Glue.
Down goes Glue, and one member out on the board for the side of Phoenix, and that gives the numbers into the favor On the Hunt. You do see Learmore rushing in for the Lord. Wolf getting a kill onto Franco.
And this is going to be the play right here that On the Hunt needed. Now with the Enhanced Lord at their disposal, no contest from the side of Phoenix. They have lost too many members to contest. That's going to be a free Luminous Lord. And now, as they've already made that clean progression last time with that push, they took all the tier 2s down. Now all inhibitors, they can now look to return the favor and crack the base, if not win the game. And it's just going to come down to the macro. And knowing on the Hunt, they'll definitely look to sync these waves and make this 3-wave crash happen to go ahead and push into all of these inhibitors. And we can potentially see the final clash come out of this. And whatever happens, someone's about to go home and someone is about to win potentially.
Absolutely. Now, mind you, Team Phoenix does have prio minion clear. Actually, they have the Claw, they have the Glue, they have the Xavier, being able to hold off the side of On the Hunt for Phoenix to be able to clean up those minions when they do clash down. But is that going to be secured? Is that going to be a well executed play by the side of Phoenix? Speaking about executed,
we are seeing a falling star moon time journey being popped right now. A lot of utility being used. Endless Shard as well. Lord is still up right now. Wolf Ronaldo looking to make a play with Bloody Hunt. He's going to get the immortality popping now. He's all alone. That's a marksman down for the side of On the Hunt. Potentially the Dawning Light going out.
You see Zeno getting a kill, taking out Wolf, but fight not over as Shiro getting a kill onto Renegade. 2 members down for the side of On the Hunt.
And the Iron Hook going to facilitate the kill in the JTZs. He's going to take down Diggy on the escape.
And this is exactly where you want to be for Phoenix right now. What a turnaround. And now you only have Lux and Kazuo to defend against the full team of Phoenix. And ladies and gentlemen, have they done it again? Are we going to see them get an ending card or getting a kill on to Lux? And that leaves only Kazuo to defend against the full team of Phoenix.
And they can end it right here, right now. 2 members in, but the flicker in from Lux and the Dawning Light, but they're gonna find Leomore here because the Immortality's pop. The Winter Truncheon though, fast hand, Albert Kyrie, no, he's gonna bring the Stampede in, and he's looking to still take this fight. Shadow Stampede in for Lux, he's gonna get taken down by Shiwu here.
Yep, fight not over though. Yumi getting a kill. You do see the Phantom Steed over there by Kazuo. No minions in play though, and this is gonna give him the time. Yumi spawning in 7 seconds. You are seeing Bruno in effect now as well. Dawning Light down the mid lane, but now a possible turnaround as members are coming back on board for the side of On the Hunt. And ladies and gentlemen, like we said, down to the wire, neck and neck. This is the grand finals. On the Hunt versus Phoenix. On the Hunt with 2 wins under their belt. You are looking at Phoenix needing this game or they're gonna lose the finals, and On the Hunt will be the champions for December 5 versus 5 Philippines tournament to close out the year. Man, I don't know. Looking at these two teams, looking at the competition, you never know which way it's going to go, but I'm telling you guys inside of the comments right now, place your vote, rep your team, shout them out while you still can. Maybe give Phoenix that little bit of the drive they need to rise from the ashes, to rise to the occasion and take us to a game 5. Or if you're voting for on the hunt to kind of close this out, just needing one more win to be reigned as the champions.
Absolutely. Now, the final board spawn possibly is up now. All right, I do see both teams being able to set up now beautifully for that Lord, and that Debuki, that Franco, is being able to zone so well. And Lord has been picked up by the side of Phoenix. But speaking of pickup,
we are seeing the fight. The pace has been picked up. Immortality popped by Corey. He's going to try to escape here as Lux and company tried to burst him down before he was able to escape. But no, he's going to be able to reset. And with that Lord pushing down in the mid lane and all 5 members of Phoenix still around, they can look to potentially end this. But we are seeing the Stampede. It's going to pull him on here. He's in trouble. Reverse time going to pull him back. Diggy bombs as well. And now momentum coming out from Leopold. Immortality pops. He's all alone. And Lux in a cold fashion is going to take him out of this match.
Taking him out of the match, just giving the pressure to On the Hunt to push in this Lord, and down it goes. Dawning Light by Xavier to the mid lane. You are seeing the split activated, but quickly bursted down by Wolf Ronaldo with the flaming soccer balls.
We're seeing acts of desperation right now from Phoenix. They're throwing bodies left and right, trying to make that Lord stall out, but now they may have given the chance to On the Hunt. Blazing Duet coming from JTZ. He's trying to clear the wave, not able to take it out just yet. There's a single cannon minion. Dawning Light, though, from Shiwu. Let him cook, somebody said, and he's cooking indeed, as he makes all the members of On the Hunt have to rethink their decision, as they're going to go ahead and retreat and disengage.
Speaking of disengage, Renegade doing God's work on these minions right now. Needs some backup, and there you go, there you have it. But still a clash in the mid lane, as you are seeing a 3v3. But wait a minute, Wolf Ronaldo flaming soccer ball hits JTZY in the mouth and takes him down.
Definitely, without having that wind of nature that he usually cleared that waves, no immunity to the defense, but hang on, Shiwu dropping Kazu dangerously low. Again, they're going to have to disengage, but that's a great pickoff. They have taken the marksman down for the side of Phoenix. A lot of DPS taken off the map, but Shiwu's still alive, and that's what you need if you're the side of Phoenix. Put it all into the hands of Shiwu. He's done it once, he's going to look to do it again. Dawning Light going out, not going to do too much damage, but the immobilize leading to the Iron Hook, and that might have been what they needed. Going to find the immortality on Lux. They're going to take down the support.
You are seeing the reverse time over there by Diggy. You do see split activated by Glue. Sora trying to get a kill. Kaori. Wait a minute. Bloody Hunt activated. Immortality prompt immobilized over there on Wolf. Shiro getting a kill on the Yui. You are seeing Wolf go down to Xavier. Kazuo getting a kill on Zero. And then Kazuo getting a kill. A double kill. Down goes Xavier.
But the fight's not over. Lashed on is Glue. And another Iron Hook combination. They're going to look to take out Cosmo. This Leomord. And yes, they can. Yes, they will potentially. His immortality has been popped. Glue's not going to let him go. But the winner touch again by Leo. Another momentum. This is the second time with the fast hands. Who is this man? But Loki with the flash, with the hook. Oh my goodness, Weezy. What's going on?
You're not going nowhere. Curtains closed. The Buki is in session with the master hooks. And that is going to leave Renegade by himself to try and run away. But look at JTZ wasting no time clearing the minions. You do see Lux over there having the co-alter. Maybe going to try and find a way to Renegade. But Renegade being chased down by Kaori over there on Glue, procking the immortality. Not giving him room to recall as JTZ is making his way up the map. And ladies and gentlemen, do we see an ending falling star move by Renegade to escape this pressure that Glue is providing? You do see Blazing Duet activating that co-alter on to Lux. Can he escape? Shadow Stampede activating onto Debuki, able to push him off, but wait a minute! JT's look at the Nexus trying to end the game. Can he do it? Corey get a kill onto Renegade.
This is the game right here. He's focusing in. Phoenix gonna even it up 2-2. Don't count him out just yet.
Victory!
Jesus. It was, oh my goodness. That is a very, very intense cutthroat up to the neck gameplays by both sides of Phoenix. And oh my god. Wow. All right, let's talk about these builds real quick. I do see the Xavier coming in with the MVP, and very well deserved MVP coming in from the Xavier. Lots of work, lots of macro coming in from the Xavier, being able to hold off their team in that base and made every single one of the side just, oh my goodness, I'm speechless. That was a very well played. If we look at those items though, it's very, very interesting. I do see a lot of court damage items, a lot of shoes being sold, and then a lot of macro plays being that Cosmo being able to sell some of his emo for that winter, being able to save himself multiple times. And that's honestly hard, being able to swap out items, even being able to save up that enough gold to be able to sustain himself for the rest of his team. Do you see Esme coming in with a little bit cut short though, 0-5 on that Esme, but that Bruno did try to put in all the work, but unfortunately fell just a tad bit short. But both teams did beautifully, but side of Phoenix making sure they put in that bag though. All right, a little bit of tower pushing, lots of tower pushing coming from both sides of the marksman. 93% coming in from the Bruno and the 74 coming in from that Claude. Lots of damage. 43% damage on that Xavier. That is insane. Being able to proc that much damage in a short time period in the beginning and being able to pop off with that blood wings and that clock and that lightning, being able to scale. Xavier is a late game hero, so 43% damage, very well deserved by the Xavier, but it is a match not yet done. We need that final match coming in from both sides, but for this match, congratulations Phoenix. The win definitely goes to you.
The win definitely going to them indeed. And man, oh man, what a turnaround. Man, I got to give props to Dabuki over there, right? Getting that iron hook, grabbing, up that opponent with split activated over there by Glue as well. Dabuki coming online to carry the team through with these sets, and then seeing JTZ close his way through that lane as Glue was putting on pressure onto Renegade on that Esmeralda and able to close out the game. And ladies and gentlemen, what does that mean? That means we are going to a Game 5. They have done it. We have seen Phoenix rise to the occasion, rise from the ashes. It was a 2-0 deficit, and now 2-2. Now the question is, who takes Game 3 as we are on the grand finals for the Mobile Legends Philippines December tournament to close out the year, and we are seeing these two amazing teams on the hunt versus Renegade Phoenix go in a best of 5, and now we have done it. We don't like to see sweeps. We like to see games go to the wire, down to neck and neck, and that is exactly what we have today, ladies and gentlemen, as we are going to a Game 5.
You can travel the world to find yourself. But that journey must start at home. Because you can't know who you are without remembering your past experiences.
Basic is returning to Asia for his redemption. The BTK trio wants to prove M3 wasn't just a fluke, and Hoon looking to win back his fans.
I got basically kicked, but they still call me traitor for, I don't know, for pursuing my dream.
I thought living that comfort zone and then try new things was a better way for me to pursue the win.
We're coming and we're gonna compete.
You can travel the world to find yourself. But that journey must start at home. Because you can't know who you are without remembering your past experiences.
Basic is returning to Asia for his redemption. The BTK trio wants to prove M3 wasn't just a fluke, and Hoon looking to win back his fans.
I got basically kicked, but they still call me traitor for, I don't know, for pursuing my dream.
I thought living that comfort zone and then try new things was a better way for me to pursue the win.
We're coming and we're gonna compete. We're gonna put a fight, that's for sure.
I'm coming for you, M4.
This is what we have all been waiting for.
You push us, we push you back. You respect us, we respect you back. You doubt us, we will bleed to prove you wrong.
Everything on the line right here, right now.
Definitely, they're not underestimating us as much as they did in M3. People probably see us and take us more seriously now, especially considering our accomplishment back then.
I want to be the first in the world. I want to win a world championship. And the only way to really do that is day in and day out. There's no relaxing. You have to keep going.
Here comes the Valley.
It's my time, I'm a ball. I'ma get this money right. I'm gonna live my best life. They been talking, tell me on me, but you know they'll never win. I'm controlling all my victories, and something that's gotta give. Cause this is just what I made it now, made it now. You can't ever break us down, break us down. I'll be reaching for the stars, promise I'll be what they not, and I'll never ever stop. Won't never stop, yeah.
Touch the sky, you're a man of simmering gold. Touch the sky, you're the greatest future now. You and I can make it out of the cold. Hang tight, we gonna reach for the greatness. We will always rise, we will never fall. Fight in our eyes, and we are strong. Even though we know our backs against the wall. And the game is ticking, and you know that this is.
I've been down, been waiting so long. I'm here for the crown, I'm here to show off. Greatness time, just waiting to show y'all. This is your time to remember.
So many times I lie in the basement waiting for greatness. No, I won't listen to anyone hating on me and telling me I wouldn't make it. Cause I did everything that they said I couldn't. Caught my footing and I cut the controls. I stand for something, I ain't running now. I'm the greatest now, I just wanna make it proud. Don't let me down, don't let it all fall. I've been on the road, accomplished all of my goals, and I ain't gonna let you down.
Touch the sky, you're a man of simmering gold. Touch the sky, you're the greatest future now. You and I, we can make it out of the cold. Hang tight, we gonna reach for the greatness. We will always rise, we will never fall. We fight in our eyes, and we are strong. Even though we know our backs against the wall. And again, pick your aim, you know that this is.
Coming for the game, cause we ready for the victory.
The sky is so vast, isn't it? My little flare.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Line of the Dawn. We are the Mobile Legends Scrim Academy. We are on the grand finals for the Philippines December to close out the year, and we are seeing two amazing teams clash it out. Not only clash it out, but ladies and gentlemen, we have moved on to a best of 5, a game 5 in fact, as we've seen on the hunt, kind of trying to close it out. They were 2-0, only needing one win to close out the series, but then we saw Regnant Phoenix sweep back around, not win one game, but win 2 in a row to take us to a game 5. And now the question is, do we see the team that rose from the ashes, that rose to the occasion, that rose to even up the scoreboard, get an epic comeback and a reverse sweep? Or do we see On the Hunt finally finding that victory that they've been seeking for in the last 2 games to close this out? There is a poll up right now on YouTube, and definitely vote on who you guys think will take this win. Looking at the match today, like we said, On the Hunt versus Regnant Phoenix, 2 amazing teams who have fought their way up the ladder for this tournament, the best on the Philippines server. And the question is, who will prevail? I gotta ask the question, as we are on the desk with 2 amazing casters. We have Coach Deku, who will be doing the play-by-play alongside myself, and then also we are joined by Eunice with the on-point analysis. And I'm gonna shoot this question over to Deku. Who are you voting for closing out this series and closing out this tournament as the grand finals champion?
I'll put it like this, man. I trust in the pickoffs here. Regnant Phoenix is gonna go ahead and close this out. They're gonna complete the reverse sweep. I got faith in them. They got faith in each other. I'm going for the Cinderella story, man. Bring it home, Phoenix. Eunice, what about you?
Don't put me on the spot like that, man. But man, oh man, I'm gonna have to put it on Phoenix as well. I mean, they did show themselves, and they were at 1.20, and look at it now, 2-2. I gotta put it in the bag for Phoenix here. Now let's talk about Giraffe real quick before we get in there. Who did get picked up again? Oh, I see that Florin. I don't know about that Florin pick, man, but I did see some crazy things happening with that Florin, so definitely gonna see a lot of interesting things. I see a Hellcat Jungle picked up. I haven't seen one in a very long time, so very interesting draft for the side of Phoenix, but I do see that Glue drafted in. A lot of frontline plays will be happening by the side of OTH, and be able to pick off these things will be very interesting. And I do see the Lolita and the Yves, and Yves is also pretty meta right now. That backline is going to be very, very crucial for this side of Phoenix. Now, after we get into the first couple of minutes, we're definitely going to see, like I said earlier, 1-2-2 draft going in for both teams. And just want to get that marksman fed as much as they can. Florin's definitely trying to harass that Lolita right now, being able to zone off and being able to help their marksman freely farm here. See a little bit of harassment going on the jungle side of Phoenix up in the top lane. But as for now, everything's looking good. Everything's looking cool. And I do not see forced retreat up upon the jungle side of Phoenix. But speaking of forcing,
we're seeing the fight. First blood going to the side of Kaori. They're on the Lapu Lapu, but looking to be traded out, though. They're looking to take out Martis. No, not going to find him.
That is going to be a kill into the hands of Regnant Phoenix. Matter of fact, 2 kills, as you are seeing Lux fall as well. And already a very good start for the side of Phoenix, trying to close this out. The underdogs coming back from that deficit. But Kazuo, with the Darkness Fall, is going to go ahead and secure a kill as well to get 1 kill on the board for On the Hunt.
absolutely. A little bit of gasping coming in from Deku. He just saw what happened. I mean, that gasp, very valid reaction to what just happened. Oh, all right. We're going to have to see what goes on here. Neutral objective turtle is about to come up for both sides in about 5 seconds. Definitely gonna have to set up for this turtle. A little bit on pressure though for the side of On the Hunt. They do need that turtle pick off because Phoenix just got those 2 kills. A little bit of overextension coming out from the side of On the Hunt with that EXP laner and that mid laner, but it dropped the jungle side of Phoenix dangerously low, actually kind of stalling his jungle if you ask me. So a little bit of a confusion on both sides though, because they have to be like, all right, do I pick up this objective? Do we catch up on gold or do we give this up? But speaking of catching up,
you are see the fight over the turtle. Luxie in the kill onto Lapu. You are going to see the manipulation go down.
And there's a Nomian Blast in play, but it's not going to connect or find the mark. But on the hunt, looking to find a target. And they're going to look in for Tabuki here and take him down into the hands of Lunux.
All right, a little bit of laning phase coming in here on the bottom side, as you can see from that Claude and that Bruno. Now, same matchup from last game. Oh, but speaking of matchup, Helka did pick up a kill on that Martis, though. And being able to a little bit... Oh, looks like another pickup, but I think they can't secure that kill. Man, I was looking for a little something there, but I guess not. Clock did get picked up by the side of Lunox, so a lot of big core item actually for side of OTH. And honestly, that Lunox did die pretty early for my liking, but did get that core item. Speaking of early, that glue did end up finishing off that Lapu now. So now here comes the more of a play-by-play for both sides. I do see a little bit of a goal lead on the side of OTH, and Phoenix is going to have to do a little bit of catch-up. Even though they get those 2 kills, they did end up losing 3 more members in the process of that turtle fight. So all of this marksman to be able to farm. But speaking of farm,
Darkness Falls going in, the Deadly Stinger trying to get a kill, and you are going to see Wolf get that flaming soccer ball onto JTZ.
Numian Blast coming down, but there's no one there to follow it up as they're going to go ahead and take the tower on the hunt right now, on the prowl. As Weezy's been saying today in the series, they're finding the early marks right now, these early objectives, and from the side of Phoenix, they're going to have to find a way to slow this down as it's quickly getting out of hand into the odds of on the hunt.
Absolutely. Now, just to like show the timestamp, it is about 4 minutes in right now. The gold plate and turret is completely down by the side of Phoenix. Now, that's not really good here, because usually with these games here, with these MOBA games, you want to do objectives. Objective play is always key to be able to win, not necessarily so much team fights. So I do see lots of core items getting picked up. Bruno did get that Berserker's Fury in there locked in. Do you see the Enchanted Tail has been locked in by that Eve? Good mana sustain and stability, but speaking of stability,
You are seeing manipulation go down. Darkness Falls over there by Helkert as well, but Turtle is in effect, and looks like both teams battling over this objective. Blazing Duet going in by JTZ. Can he get a kill? The AoE damage too much to sustain, but Yumi able to get out with a little bit of heals over there on that Florian, just in the nick of time. But look at the Turtle being reset, and the question is, who will it go to? You're already seeing a tower drop on the bottom side into the hands of On the Hunt. They already have a lead in terms of gold by 4,000, and also leading by 4 kills. Kazuo able to get that retribution, another objective sliding into their hands.
And Tabuki here in an uncomfortable spot. Luckily was able to be picked off there, not being revealed in that bush with some very awkward positioning. But again, On the Hunt in a great position right now, as they're up quite a bit in the economy right now. And I don't know, man, I feel like it just goes back to what we were saying. Phoenix kind of opting in for a different type of composition. We don't see Tabuki on those pickoffs, man. He's playing that set. He's playing Lolita, and he's already missed a couple sets. But speaking of missing here, we are seeing the engage on the top side as Yumi's going to find Kaori underneath the tower.
Absolutely. Now we're just going to have to see how this game plays out, because there is still a lot of scaling to do by both sides. So we do see that Lunox and we do see a Yi, but those two scale off of their items. So we're going to have to see all of late game. And we already know that Yve has that slow coming in once she is able to secure that Ice Queen one and that glowing one. Same goes for that Lunox. Even though she does have clock, she's going to be able to sustain. Bruno to pick up 2 core items here, and being able to sustain up against the gold laner is crucial for the side of the Hunt. But not yet, though. That Claude is definitely locking in that DHS, that Demon Hunter sword. Definitely is going to be able to lock in some damage now. I do see boots being finished by almost everybody here at this point, and it is everybody. But I do see On the Hunt, though, playing a lot of objective plays. Even though they do have a kill lead, though, it was lots of mistakes. And I do notice that about these teams. They try not to team fight unless they can very securely kill. And unless they can securely kill, they won't do anything. So lots of micro plays coming on by both sides. But with that being said, they do prioritize mistakes. So actually that's very, very crucial in the ML community on the NA side. If you want to fight, then you're fighting, right? So lots of macro more towards NA. So they do a lot of gatekeeping with their team fights and being able to prioritize that. But speaking of gatekeeping, On the Hunt did pick up the Turtle. Do see a little bit of clashing coming here, but can't do too much yet. They don't have their full team yet, but I guess they're gonna go for it. But speaking of kills,
Looks like they are trying to get a pick off. A lot of real estate on the board into the hands of On the Hunt right now, taking the tier 3 towers for the top, bottom, and mid lane, leading by 5 kills, only 7 minutes in, and also up by 7,000 gold. This is exactly where you want to be, and we're seeing Phoenix kind of not rising to the occasion for the finals match. Game 5. Speaking of game 5, Blazing Duet by JTZ, rushing in for a kill, able to pick off Lux.
Does pick off kill, and more action going on as Helker's going to trade that right back out in that team fight, and now both sides going to disengage courtesy of the conceal from the Buki on the Lolita here.
Absolutely, but we still have time to scale. We still have time to improve, time to maybe possibly get some pickoffs by the mistake that is made from the side of On the Hunt. Luminous Lord, I'm sorry, not Luminous. Objective Lord is about to come up within a minute, so this Lord fight's gonna be crucial, not for On the Hunt, but for Phoenix. They do need a time staller here. They do need that Lord to be able to fix up those lanes, to give the team a time to play a little bit of Farmville here, to be able to pick a little bit of gold on the way. And that Claw is sitting at 1-2-2 with some vengeance, so lack of mobility can be an issue now for the side of Phoenix. We do see that Claude, though, with this passive, is being able to improve the speed, though, so definitely might have to look out for the side of Phoenix for sure. But I do see Lightning picked up by Lunox, so skilling's definitely going to happen from now. No core item yet, though, from the side of Phoenix on that Yeve. I do see no slow, no CC yet. I do see the Tailsman, though, but not going to do enough for the side of Phoenix. No damage item yet coming in from Martis either, and that's honestly bad for the side of Phoenix, because Martis is the jungler here, and Martis is going for damage. If there's no damage, their team can't snowball enough, but I do see Martis trying to farm up everything they can. On the Hunt did start that Lord, but I do know that Phoenix is no shape, no form, in no way can they contest that Lord with their gold being so behind. 10k gold behind. Big snowball coming in from the side of On the Hunt, but we're gonna have to see what they can do about that now. Mistakes. They're gonna have to look for a mistake. A little bit of overextension could lead them to be able to catch up a little bit, to be able to force up something, to be able to pick off something, but Phoenix is gonna have to be able to defend that top inhibitor. I mean, both top and bot are down to inhibitor turrets. Tier 2 is still in the favor, though, so might have a little bit of wiggle room if they do make a mistake, but I do see minions being pushed down mid lane, trying to pick off that mid lane, but we're gonna have to see. A lot of mistakes could happen. Mistakes cannot happen. If On the Hunt executes this flawlessly, almost perfectly, this should be in the bag for On the Hunt. But Phoenix, we know, can pull off some interesting plays. But speaking of interesting plays,
you do see Dark Knight Falls going in, but it looks like Helker doing a 180, decides to get out of there. But looking at Lord on the top side, is going to go ahead and crash into the inhibitor. They are down to the inhibitors for the side of Phoenix. And ladies and gentlemen, do we see an early finish? We are seeing On the Hunt on the prowl for the game, for the finals, for the grand champion. And man, oh man, is it looking good. 8-3, 10 minutes in, just leading the way. And one thing that they do have that Phoenix does not is Wolf Ronaldo, and he is on fire with the soccer ball. Deck, we've seen it, and I think we're gonna see it again. I think he's gonna make that special appearance to close out this series.
Definitely out here with the hat tricks and all, man. They need to find a way to stop him, but I feel like, again, Phoenix kind of shot themselves in the foot, and we're seeing it here. They haven't been able to capitalize on the win conditions at all with this draft, with this composition. It's just not what they've been playing to, man. They've normally been playing in with some of those assassins and that pick-off composition, but now they're going for the sets, and they're trying to go for the team fights. And I'm not going to lie, On the Hunt is just so much better at the team fights. They are just overwhelmingly stronger than Phoenix on team fights. Phoenix needing those pick-offs, needing that poke, needing something to create that number advantage, and they just don't have it, man. They just don't have the tools necessary to make that possible. And I mean, it's clear on the story. They're down 12k gold, man. I mean, this is just a runaway game for On the Hunt. The only way they can lose is if they just throw this. They have control to get this up to Phoenix, man. But hopefully Phoenix somehow, some way. I mean, we've seen them dig deep and find a way to come back, but it's gonna be an extremely uphill battle. The climb is steep, and the victory will not be cheap at all. It's gonna take everything for them to close out against On the Hunt here.
absolutely. But even though that you did talk about team fight, though, prioritized by the side of On the Hunt, they do have that synergy, but Phoenix is patient. Phoenix is waiting for something. They just put that fishing hook into the pond. And they're waiting for one of them to latch onto that hook and being able to secure something. But like we said, we saw it from that last game. Even though there might be a little bit of a snowball going on here, and I'm pretty sure there was a bigger snowball than just this. Phoenix is able to be patient, be able to figure out what they need to do, what they're trying to do to be able to put on the hunt on a disadvantage here. But even though with that big goal lead, if they do make a mistake though, they're gonna definitely have to pick that up. I do see Blade of Despair now getting picked up by Martis though. A little bit of a late core item, unfortunately, for the side of Phoenix, but I'm not gonna say things too soon yet. These items can be something, or these items can be nothing for the side of On the Hunt when this Lord comes clashing into that inhibitor turret on that top lane. So we're gonna definitely have to see what will happen within the next 10 seconds.
I am hoping to have a goalie for the side of Phoenix, as Ronaldo over there, Wolf, has 11,000 gold and almost full damage build, and he is on fire, and I hope they can handle the heat that he is about to provide today. I'm just waiting for him to pop in with these flaming soccer balls. He has the most gold in the game right now. Speaking of gold, speaking of engagements, down goes the inhibitor for the mid lane, and you are seeing Yuumi take that out. But wait a minute, Newman on Blast unable to hit the mark. Split by Glue over there trying to get a kill, but Zeno gonna get that decimation just in time.
Definitely overcommitted, and now he's on the way trying to find a second kill, but no, Wolf Ronaldo gonna score the hat trick on Martis here.
Oh my goodness, he takes one, but how many can he get today? The soccer ball is just heating up. That is one kill into the hands of Bruno, but ladies and gentlemen, wait a second. Lux rushing in with the brilliance, taking out Eve.
And then the blazing duet coming in as he's gonna find the kill on Wolf Ronaldo. Goal!
That is JTZ picking up that kill as well, but Deadly Stinger over there by Kazuo trying to get a kill onto Dabuki, and almost able to get it. Does connect, able to get it! Score back, a 1-for-1 trade.
Does find the burst Kaori, trying to sustain, trying to get out of this fight. He's trying to get Yuumi, but no, double kill to the hands of Kazuo on the Hellcurt.
Now you got JTZ and you have Zeno to defend Martis, and Klon combination. Is it enough? Yes, it is. It's Kazuo and Yuumi deciding to disengage, but they have lost everything in this class. They have no inhibitors now. Their backs are against the wall, and the question is, can we see Phoenix close this out? Can they rise from the occasion and stay in this game and take the crown, or are we gonna see the new champions, the champions to take the December tournament for the Philippines, 5 versus 5 in action over there into the hands of On the Hunt? 2-2 right now, neck and neck, but definitely a one-sided story so far in this game.
Absolutely. Both teams are actually being pretty patient with what they're trying to do here. So, and that Nexus push by the side of On the Hunt, they could have ended if they really wanted to, but they're going to play that safe route, get all 5 members back up on the board, back in the Land of Dawn, to be able to fight down that lore that's about to spawn in about less than 10 seconds here. Although Phoenix can't really go up there and try to fight something, they're trying to clean up these lanes, trying to redo these lanes, but we see that Glue trying to put pressure up on that top lane, being able to zone out all those minions. So unfortunately not a contest for the side of Phoenix, but the lore did fall into the hands of On the Hunt here. So lanes have not yet been fixed yet for the side of Phoenix, but they are playing patient. They're grouping up, they're talking, they're making their plans, they're making a blueprint to see if On the Hunt will fall for those traps. Alright, Bruno's at full build along with Hellcurt, and that Bruno has a little bit of a damage boost from that foreign passive that coming in from that flower there, but we're gonna have to see Phoenix. We're gonna have to see something coming in from Phoenix, man. If that blueprint can lock in and secure on their entire team, this is all gonna come down. This last lore is stopping down mid, and lanes are just starting to be synced up. So Phoenix, we're gonna see if you can defend this, but On the Hunt, will you guys make a mistake, or will we see a close off here?
We are seeing the push, looking for the end here. They're looking to go ahead and take this. A lot of utility being done, but nobody gets dropped just yet. The members are sustaining this so well right now. Good disengage. Wafu with the latch, though, is going to be able to find it. You finding the Hellcurt here, and they're going to take the Nexus. That's going to be a game in the On the Hunt. No, the dream, the Cinderella story of Phoenix gonna get crushed. Is On the Hunt will take the series 3-2.
Absolutely. Cinderella dream might be crushed for Phoenix, but the shoe has been taken by the side of On the Hunt. All right, I do see the MVP coming in from the side of Helker. Helker putting in that work early game to that mid game, being able to farm, kind of look over everywhere to see what they can do. And that Bruno, like you said, guys, those balls are definitely going to put into work by the side of On the Hunt, coming in with a 2-1-3 KDA from the side of Bruno. I do see Claude falling a little bit short though on that gold, so definitely the biggest issue here was that gold gap. So definitely Bruno had all that damage along with that Lunox, being able to scale, and that Helker just was fed way too early game and ended up snowballing. That Glue was able to make sure those lanes were up and ready, cut and done, and to be able to put all that pressure on the side of Phoenix. Unfortunately, no tower pushing coming in from the side of Phoenix, as they were pressured way too much by both side laners of the side of On the Hunt. A lot of tower pushing though coming in from that Bruno, putting in all that work. 65% tower push coming in from that Bruno. Lots of hero damage though coming in from that Lunox. Lots of mage cryos and micro macros though coming in from both sides. But I do see that Labu though, 31% damage, unfortunately fell a little bit too short by the side of Phoenix. And man oh man, this match was beautifully played by the side of On the Hunt, beautifully executed, flawlessly done. So congratulations On the Hunt, you do take this win home, you do take this trophy home. Congratulations, very well played by both teams.
Very well played indeed. What a beautiful way to close out the year. On the Hunt, on to victory, claims the crown, claims that trophy. And like I said, guys, I appreciate y'all. We are the Mobile Legends Scrim Academy, and this is our first event out there for the Philippines. So definitely let us know how we did. Put a lot of work into this, like all the work these teams have been providing as well. Special shout out to the Mobile Legends Scrim Academy staff for dominating and casting along the way as well. And also a shout out to everybody inside of the stream so far on YouTube, on Twitch, everybody on Discord. Shout out to all the Discord moderators as well for kind of helping us do this along the way. It was a pleasure. We are the Mobile Legends Scrim Academy, and one of our main focuses is helping teams prepare for future upcoming leagues. And also, one of the cool things that we do is host tournaments. So maybe some more in the distant future. You'll probably see us showing up again to kind of showcase some of these top teams perform in the grand finals and semifinals. But like I said, I appreciate everybody being here today. It's super early for us too. Like we're in North America, so it's about like was 5 a.m. my time. What time is it where you're at, Eunice?
Right now it is 8 in the morning.
There you go. So 8 in the morning over there for Eunice, and then Deku is actually where I'm at too. So early bird gets the worm, but I wouldn't miss it for the world. Same with them, to see these teams compete. And congratulations over there to the victor On the Hunt to claim that title as the best in the server for the Philippines. Definitely some insane matches, some highlights that I'll take with me for the rest of my career watching Mobile Legends games, and definitely some matches I'll forever talk about. Appreciate everybody over there on the YouTube side too. We passed 200 subscribers. Every subscribe counts, and that is definitely a goal and a victory on our side. So thank you so much, guys. Happy holidays, happy New Year's. I appreciate y'all, and hopefully you enjoyed today's show. As always, we are the Mobile Legends Scrim Academy, and we enjoyed spending our time with you today. And hopefully we can see you guys in future events, as we are live every single Monday through Thursday, hosting matches just like the one you've seen today, but for teams in North America. We are going to be doing an M4 watch party as well, as we are going through the group stages, and hopefully you guys can join us. So definitely catch us live over there, as we are going to be seeing Group A kind of fight it out all the way to Group D, and then so on and so forth, all the way to the finals for M4, as we are going to give our opinions on these teams and so much more. So definitely drop a subscribe, drop a like, and hopefully you guys can embark on that journey with us, as M4 is right around the corner. Thank you guys so much for spending your time with us today. Shout out to all the teams that competed, and On the Hunt, congratulations. As always, guys, my name is Wheezy. I've been your host today, and it's been a pleasure. Take care of yourself, take care of each other, and we'll see you guys next time in the Land of the Dawn. See ya!